special stream tonight. Sadly, without Michael, just me and Arthur tonight. But we've got some fun stuff to do, some fun questions to answer, hopefully. And we're happy to be with you tonight.
Yeah, like always, we'll be doing the same fireside thing. I'm even gonna be drinking beers, so you guys can maybe get me to spill the beans on anything.
Also today, way more space for Arthur, so he can move around.
Finally, I've got some room. I've been requesting room for a year now, and finally we got a fix for that. That's how it goes. But we're ringing in the new year in Germany? Is that right?
Well, most of Central Europe, really. The whole Central European time zone. It's now a bit late, but I mean, relaxed stream today with you guys. So I think no one's gonna mind. It's now 10:08 p.m. So about 2 hours till midnight. The new year starts for us.
Gotcha. I think we're all looking forward to the new year. I know even here I just got back from the butcher shop to grab some food for tonight, and everybody was jovial. Everybody's so excited for this damn year to be over and the next one to start. I'm more so than normal. I'm not much of a New Year guy myself, but I don't do the resolutions and stuff, but I am looking forward to a new year for damn sure.
Anything better than last year, or this year more likely?
Yeah. So we're on, as usual, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Steam. If you have questions for us, if you want to ask us whatever, honestly, whatever, we're here to answer your questions. We're the developers. And yeah, we eat, sleep, and breathe this game. We're down to talk ideas. We're down to talk really whatever. We talk about other games. We talk about airplanes and trains, all kinds of shit.
Also, if you want to see anything in this save, I'm usually not the creative one. So if you want to see something based or build, let me know. Oh, by the way,
So,
we've got snack vending machines now with visuals. They were
oh yeah,
hiding
are you
us.
playing on Edge?
No, not yet. Just the news.
Oh.
Did Michael push Edge yet?
Yeah, I do believe that Edge got pushed today, I think. I guess miscom, because I think that there were a couple of things in there.
But I don't know. I think he pushed. If he pushed Edge already, I don't know. I think he did the first version of cloning, including zones.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, David S. My cap. So I am dying to get some SimCasino LV game dev merchandise. Like, freaking dying to. I actually, a year or so ago, I asked Steam if they had any support for selling merchandise in the store. Like, I don't want to make money off it. I think it'd be cool. I'm sure there's some of you guys that would wear it. I would certainly wear it. Even my wife is like, why don't you have a sweatshirt that's like SimCasino? And I fail to answer every time. I've looked at doing it too, and I always forget. Juma Muhammad on YouTube, he has a request. Would you add an actual logo to the SimCasino Twitch game page, then a blank game for streaming purposes for tags? So I thought we did that.
Yeah, I could swear we did. Let me see.
I see it. It may be brand new. It's possible that Donna just did this like in the last day or two.
Let me see.
Either that or we don't know what you mean and you'll have to educate us. Yeah, merchandise, right? Aloe says on Twitch. That's what I'm talking about. I would love to have a SimCasino, like, a hoodie. My problem is I'm really specific about, so I basically wear, funny, my wife's friend was making fun of me yesterday. I was like, why is my wife's closet bigger than mine? It's like 4 times the size. And my wife's friend is like, why does it matter? You wear the same thing every day. I only wear sweatpants and a certain type of sweatshirt basically every single day. And so I even went to a print shop around here one time trying to get a very specific brand of sweatshirt, and it was tough to do. Huh, I see. So he just sent me a link that...
Yeah, I just posted it. But the game category, or the game tag, is still has no art.
Can you tell us how to fix that? I thought it was the the game database or whatever from Twitch. I even logged onto their Discord one day to get help with it.
I thought I sent you the link on how to do it, and you did it then, like around launch. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I even logged onto the Twitch Discord to... I had done something wrong and I needed some help, and they helped me right away.
Maybe it got lost at some point.
Yeah, cheers, Juma. I've started today with let's see, it's called Zombie Slaycation.
Hey.
Delicious. I'll probably transition towards Delirium or Stella as the afternoon wears on. We gotta start somewhere.
By the way, they are currently doing the dance.
I gotta see which screen is up to date. Oh, I see. Are they gonna be stuck? They're not.
I think I fixed.
We got that fixed, right?
Yeah, I think I fixed all occasions. It was mostly some fuck-ups. So there were two issues. One with patrols, because they aren't handled the same as normal tasks for some reason. And one with... what's the second issue? Ah, right. If some guest goes to a meeting, for some reason the meeting overrides the can abort false task. But whatever.
Allo says on mobile and desktop, Twitch is forcing 1080p. Yeah, I see the same thing. We haven't changed anything though, as far as I know. I'm on auto.
We are still only streaming at 1080p. Also,
yeah, but he wants to be able to lower it. Is his problem.
Okay, no.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, not sure why. Usually Twitch is pretty good with that, lowering quality.
Yeah, can't imagine why it would be like that. I know on YouTube, yeah, you've got all the same. You can switch options around. So I'm not sure.
To be fair, Twitch had some problems yesterday, so maybe it's just problematic in general. Like yesterday, there were a bunch of issues, streams not showing up on the left list, on the stream list, and at some points chat just not connecting. There were a bunch of servers down, so maybe just still an issue with them.
Yeah.
So Halo, maybe.
I honestly have no idea. Josh is the resident streaming expert, although Donna apparently has got some things she can teach us about streaming too. For those of you that don't know, Donna is a newer addition to the team. She's here in chat, I think on Twitch and YouTube. She's gonna be kind of becoming the art director, or we're gonna try to get her on the stream in the future. We were talking about this just a minute ago, and I was talking to Don about it yesterday, but it's funny because we sit here, we talk technical stuff, we point out like that's too shiny or stuff like that, but we really don't sit here very often and say like that could be prettier, or like that doesn't look as good as it should, or you know what I mean? It's definitely a sorely missing thing in our team, and that's what she's kind of here to solve. In the future, hopefully we will be able to get her on the stream and get her like a true equal voice, and let you guys kind of help her understand where you see visual issues or animation issues. She's fantastic. She is a technical artist, even if she doesn't say she is. But she does 3D models and all that stuff too. She's already done a lot of improvements. But
also animations.
Yeah.
By the way, Emperor68111 on Twitch asked, "Hi guys, could you please explain the demand figures to me on the demographics and marketing screen?" I'm gonna just give a quick tour on those. Number one, we've got these lovely buttons down here, and Michael made them really fancy now with the highlighting and not having full colors. So you can see what is currently needed. So it's now evening, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
It's kind of covered up by my name.
Let me just show you.
Could probably
Let's
make my
just
name bar smaller.
Let's just hide Arthur and... I really don't have to hide Arthur, but I have to hide the name. And background.
You guys know what I look like. My ugly mug doesn't change too much. Once every couple years, I get a bug and tell my wife to shave my head. That's about it.
The tooltip is still not visible, but you can see down here underneath the left of Arthur, we've got these 4 small buttons, not buttons, but highlightings, which are... We just showed them to the wrong side.
Oops, it's over here.
You're right. And they show you what is currently in demand. So currently it's evening, 8 p.m. and everything is going down. Business is only in the morning, so it doesn't change anything at the evening. But the hotel is definitely going up. And let me just re-enable that name background so you can see the names better. That's, by the way, that's one point Donna could maybe try to take a look at too. Just some better streaming interfaces, because I just put together whatever is practical.
Yeah, we're programmers.
which is basically why we have a grayish bar just for the names, and that's it. I wanted to show.
David SS, is Edge going to be restricted or for all users? So we're kind of still debating this, but we're probably going to have it be not invite only, but not open to everyone. It was kind of a problem I saw with Sim Airport is we got to a point where it was like 80% of people were on Edge, at which point like I'd see these negative reviews where they're talking about an Edge bug in it. I don't know. You guys, many of you watch this stream all the time and know that like I take the reviews way too personally, but I get pissed when I see a review about an Edge branch bug. I'm like, why are you on Edge branch if you don't want to see, if like you're not willing to test and give really good feedback? So it's not going to be like closed or anything, but we're going to probably be selective-ish. I would still guess like we'll end up with 15-20% of people on Edge, but basically, yeah, just knowing that the right people, quote unquote, and it's not like we're trying to shut other people out, but if you're not interested in hitting bugs and testing the latest and greatest, like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, yeah, a matter of what kind of controlling the experience. I think we're getting better at that, by the way. We really sucked at that with Sim Airport, and I mean, it's not to say there's no bugs on default, but I like to think we're getting better. Yeah, well, it's not our first rodeo this time, at least. Sweet, Donna's gonna make some overlay.
Oh, lovely. To be fair, I think, if you think about it, I'm gonna guess that most people on Edge are actually the active players. Or the most active players that also write in the community. Already talk to others, because most people don't actually know the Edge branch or wouldn't switch to it just like that. So I'd not say 80%, but like 80% of the people who are active.
Yeah, although the numbers are interesting. We do have some numbers on it. It was, yeah, that's what drove me nuts. I would literally see a review, somebody had 8 hours in game, they were playing on Edge, and part of that too was our fault because we would announce features and that are only on the Edge branch. So at some point, like, you're like, hey, why can't my aircraft do this? So they switched to Edge.
Oh yeah,
I
also
think we'll.
like Halo just said, or just saying, yeah, switch to Edge because some things fixed already over there. So
Exactly.
probably needs shorter cycles too.
Yeah.
I think in Sim Airport that was somewhat of an issue where we tried to do too much per one small cycle.
You guys are probably never gonna fix that problem that I have.
Yeah, there's always gonna be something you're gonna add.
That's just like who I am. Like that's. I don't know.
But yeah,
that's who I am.
I can see how a smaller group, especially the people who are most helpful, would be perfect for an Edge group.
Yeah, and honestly, I think almost anybody watching this stream is probably in that group.
Yeah, basically everyone
yeah.
watching is qualified.
Yeah, it really is. What I don't like seeing is a review that they hit a bug that's only on Edge and they've got 8 hours in the game. That's frustrating to me. I get it too, though. Like, yeah, we pushed people towards Edge for fixes. That was our first rodeo, though, so we are getting better.
Anyways, I wanted to show Emperor how these demand figures stack up. I'm gonna expect I'm gonna guess he means the demographic breakdown stuff. You have it on your screen too, right? Because I'm not 100% sure actually on some of these, but most of the stuff is pretty easy. Most of these numbers, so for total demand, by the way, for example, it just means how many people would currently like of this type to be in your casino. Well, not exactly, because business is 0, but it's definitely. Actually, no, that works out because it's 9 p.m. So no one of business would currently like to be in the casino. Correct?
That's my understanding as well. The honest truth is, Michael can explain this screen better than anyone, though.
Yeah.
We don't have him here with us today, but truly he engineered all of this and he wrote the code that actually powers like the spawn rates and stuff.
So I really just want to give a short, quick overview.
But yeah.
Basically, these numbers are just the amount of guests. So new visitors today, 448 gamblers. That's an amount, hard amount. And total demand, that is the demand right now in persons. Arrivals on their way, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Local demand is just how much demand for a specific type there is in relation to other plots. So each plot has a gambler factor, each plot has an entertaining factor, and this is basically this value. You can see them on the plot overview screen on the world, and they are just highlighted here too. So these numbers are just relative. There is no fixed base around it, but knowing that you have 100% gambler means there is always going to be someone to gamble. But knowing 150% business and 150% hotel lodgers, that is really good because those types are going to be more likely to come.
Yeah, and it's just to be clear, it's a distinction between different casino plots in the world. So which plot you pick is going to control that factor. Like I think the downtown plots are going to be a little bit more business and hotel, possibly entertaining, whereas like the outskirts ones are going to be more like locals casinos. Some of this terming out like locals casino is like a Vegas thing. I say it, I know exactly what it means, but it has a basis in real life. Believe me.
Peak visiting days probably and peak visiting times, it probably makes sense. I mean, you'd expect business stuff to be around the morning. And in the week, no much the weekend. And this is, by the way, repeated down here. It says today is not a busy day of the week because it's Sunday currently, and on Sundays no one comes around for business. The casino rating, I think that's not final yet, because I haven't seen it change actually.
That may not be doing anything.
That may not be hooked up yet.
We'd have to throw that to Michael. I have a feeling it does, though. I doubt it's. I would be pretty stunned if it's static.
To be fair, at 94% business with having 0 business things, like nothing.
If anything, I would guess there's a bug that's showing the same number for all of them.
That is possible. And then marketing and recent events. Marketing and recent events.
Excuse me.
Entertainees, specifically sports. Wait, was sport betting entertainee or gambler?
Gambler.
Okay, so with marketing.
Entertainee is purely theater.
And bingo?
No, bingo is gambling.
Okay.
If it's not, then it should be. So it's possible I'm wrong here, and we got to implement it wrong. But what I said is it's the truth. It's what it should be. I mean, all the old ladies that come in to gamble and play bingo, like there's a bingo game usually every hour and a half or 2 hours in all the local casinos. The people, like, they come in to play bingo. It's actually quite fun. It's it was entertainment. Okay, so, and yeah, I guess bingo could be arguable.
Yeah.
Sports betting, though, it should be gambler. So,
just to finish this one up.
Yeah.
Remember where you stopped, but just to finish this one up. So the marketing and recent events. Marketing, it makes sense. Recent events currently is usually some weekend boost to gambling, specifically betting gambling. Michael added. But marketing, the base, the value is just how many more people are coming to your casino due to the marketing. So I've got 49 more meant for entertainees. 49 more people are coming because of the marketing. You can see that is actually pretty effective. I start with a 33 demand, now I get 94 boost, and that is one way to effectively fill your theaters. This shows not really much filled.
And we want to expand on that. Like, that's one area I see tons of. We talked about this just the other day on the stream, but like in Vegas, that's the big thing is you get headliner entertainers to draw in crowds. You run poker tournaments. You run all this kind of. I mean, I drove by a casino today. It says 10x on the big marquee sign in big writing. I never look at it. I did today. So 10x bonus points on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So just, I mean, small promos like that, but it gets local slot players to come in there on Tuesdays and Thursdays because their Players Club rewards are a little bit better, and then they get to go to the buffet for free or whatever. And really what I mean to say is we want to expand, like, that's where I want to get with that eventually, is like poker tournaments and all kinds of events, especially like I keep using Britney Spears, or David Copperfield, being able to sign like a huge headliner like that as a marketing thing. There's a ton of potential there. My biggest problem is I need to get off my ass and implement some of this stuff.
To be fair, with 2 streams this week, 2 streams in 1 week, holy shit. With 2 streams this week, isn't much time actually.
Yeah, it's well, Michael and you have been doing a pretty damn good job. We got the elevators out. I've been a little lazy. I've got my backyard is all torn up. We got not a playground, but like a play set coming, and we got rid of a bunch of crap we didn't like, and so I've got a bulldozer out there again today, or a little bobcat thing. In fact, took some pictures on it with my kids yesterday. I took a picture with my laptop in hand and my beer in the other hand, sitting in the bobcat, and sent it to the team, letting them know I was working hard from the bobcat with my beer. Excuse me. Yard swings not, so it arrives Monday. It arrives Monday, apparently in one pallet that's like 12 feet by 8 feet by 6 feet. And I'm thinking, what kind of pallet is that? I don't know. I'm really not sure. Curbside delivery though, so they're gonna put it on my curb, and I gotta move it 100 yards, and then assemble it. Which everything I read says 3 grown adults that are mildly intelligent should be able to get it done in 3 days.
By the way, Anton Maris on YouTube asked, can you guys see players' casinos? I'm gonna answer what I think you mean. If you meant something different, let me know. So basically, we cannot see any casinos. Oh, I just got an achievement, fully booked. For 50 rooms booked out.
Congratulations! That's one. He did it in 2020 too.
Damn. So we
that's a good one.
Cannot generally see players' casinos unless they are either uploaded somewhere, and we still need to add workshop upload, or the in-game bug report system is new. So if you upload the bug report via this save and share the ID with us, we can download the casino and take a look at it.
It also, the bug report thing sends us your log file too. And like some
really,
basic
really
info
helpful.
about your basic info about like what your graphics card is and stuff. But we can't, it's not like SimCity 2013 or whatever, what year was it? Where they came out with like cloud-based SimCity.
Oh yeah.
It's not like that. It's not like that where everything's on the cloud or no. We make single player games. I brag to people every time somebody asks me, what do you do for a living? I brag. I'm like, I make video games. They're like, oh, do you work on anything I know? I'm like, no, probably not. We have an old school business model. You buy our game once and you own it for life. And I literally brag about that shit. Yeah, SimCity 2030, it was a garbage fire. And I played it a little bit and I actually got some enjoyment out of it. But it wasn't, it was not as good as the old ones, even though it looked better and was interesting.
So I want to answer 2 questions real quick. Charlie Ford asked on YouTube on how to add floor back if you removed it. So if you have 2 floors, and so imagine I just removed the floor, I just built a 2-story room, but you're in this scenario, I guess. And to add floor again, you just take some flooring to it, doesn't matter what. Let's take some granites, and you have to look at the upper floor. So now I built the foundation on G, and we are now on 2. And then you, with the mouse, you go into the middle, and you can see there's a slight point where it selects the upper floor, and then you can just start dragging from there and build an elevated island. Can highly recommend adding some fences.
Why are they gonna fall off if you don't?
I think they don't do yet, but we should really implement that.
Yes, we should. Hey Donna, if you're taking notes, you should make a list for us.
And then maybe some fancy stuff like a pillar.
I would love to see them. That's the kind of shit I want to see more of, is event-based stuff like that. Like, yeah, bigger. That's right, Aloe. So if those of you haven't seen, during these streams, I tend to double the size of our list. It's like a logarithmic thing where it just doubles every time we have a stream. I see this shit and I'm like, I want this.
And the second question I wanted to answer is Antonio Maris further asked, can you see the stats for players, i.e. who is the richest player in game? And no, we cannot. We can see, if you share your save, you can see how much money you have, but we cannot see some leaderboard stuff or something like that.
There are, like, Steam has some built-in stats reporting stuff. We can see like how many people have achieved certain achievements, and I think you guys can see that too.
Yeah, that is public.
There is some kind of stats thing we can hook up where like we could record. It's something like that, but we don't. Although I would love to. So I think what you're getting at is like some kind of multiplayer leaderboard type shit, and that's something that I'd really like to we talked about this before. I'm a super competitive person. Like, I literally, I had just sold my first company. I was 18. I think within 3 months, like everybody at that company was a gambler, and we had foot races. We took a day from work. And we literally ran races, and there were like hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars being bet on foot races. Like, that's the kind of guy I'll bet on anything. I love competition. I'd love to see something like that. But yeah, right now we don't record anything, or we're pretty old school. VWFA on YouTube. How cool to end 2020 with another stream. Thanks again for answering my questions last time regarding staff room, etc. Yeah, thumbs up to you too. We enjoy it. Yeah. Honestly, this is our, it's like awesome to be able to call this our job and to work on games. Like, it's freaking great. And it's because of you guys, so like, we appreciate it. Thank you. I just got a text. Did my dumpster guy is going to be here, which means he's going to want money. So that means I'm going to have to step out for a second and give this gentleman a check. Yes, we still use checks in the United States. Don't know why, but we do. The staff room, we got that on. That's on the list. I'm pretty sure. I only skimmed your comment there, so I'm finding my checkbook, and the hard part's finding a pen. I swear, my wife comes into my office, and I swear she just looks for every pen or writing utensil, and just takes them. Yeah, every writing utensil. I cannot find, like, the only way to find a writing utensil is going to be to go inside and ask my wife to, like, please let me have a writing utensil. It's
not a pen.
A pen?
A knife. I've got some precision knives just to do stuff with, just to clean up my 3D prints.
I don't know. I don't need a knife. I need a pen to write a check.
I also got a pen lying around. What I wanted to say is, Alo said over on Twitch regarding the richest person, and he says, I think Yosha was the richest when we last measured, and I think, yeah, at some point I did the joke. Someone asked how much money can you have in game, and I just posted the big number, integer or double dot max value, whatever we knew, and I said I've got the most, and they said, yeah, please prove it. So I just debugged the game real quick, added a breakpoint, set my money to max value, and posted a screenshot of the bodies completely overflowing the UI, but I had a lot of money lying around then.
Before I step out real quick, I see on Steam, somebody said hello. If you're on Steam, by the way, Arthur and Joshua here, we're the developers. We've got a few others, Michael, and Donna is in the chat on Twitch and YouTube. And you guys are welcome to check us out there too and ask questions. Stephanie Gravel 2 on Steam said, I love this game, however, the game keeps freezing on me. I checked, I have Intel HD graphics. Do I need an upgrade? The unfortunate answer is yes. That's I believe an onboard graphics card.
Integrated, yeah.
And I'd be honestly, it's surprising it even loads.
We have to say it depends. There's a general yes, except if you have a laptop, which you probably have, and your laptop has an integrated and a dedicated graphics card. You might want to check that out first. If you have a dedicated GPU in your laptop too, then you just have to make sure that the game runs with the correct graphics card. Sometimes laptops run with the Intel HD to save power. If you don't, yeah, then we are at the same point again.
Yeah, I mean it. And Donna mentioned in the Steam chat you could try to turn off floor reflections. I think we have that defaulted to off now, though.
It is defaulted to off.
So, honestly, somebody said this the other day too, but it's a gimmicky. Maybe I saw it in the forum. It is. It's gimmicky. They're way too expensive. They have to. They re-render everything. How do I? Donna can help you in the chat with how to do that. Okay, I've got to step off just for a minute to pay my dumpster man. When I return, I will bring a new beer, and I'll be just as jovial as I have been.
Are you gonna take
the
as long
meantime-
as a normal cigarette?
I might smoke too. We'll see.
Okay.
It depends on how chatty the dumpster guy is, but I'll be back before the new year.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, be right back.
Chat, I just wanted to know if we need to rename him to the chair. No, it's chair. Look at this. We've got chair now. Hello, Mr. Chair. Happy to hear you here. He's sadly not that talkative. Welcome to the stream, Chair, yes. Daniel, you just missed Arthur. We now have Chair. But yeah, Happy New Year to you too. What's the time? 22:44. I will add the timer to the stream close to midnight for CET, so you can see when it's New Year's over here. Elo, to be fair, we are delayed as is, so that may add to it. But yeah, if your video is 25 seconds behind the audio, that is, or behind the phone audio, that's a pretty big delay. Have you tried YouTube yet? I mean, you can chat via Twitch and just watch over YouTube, maybe. Antamaris on YouTube asked, one of my suggestions was the ability to buy a casino blueprint from another player. Is that possible? And Anton, I think you said, yeah, you left a bunch of ideas. I think you left a huge list of ideas, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, we basically read all the ideas. It's just a matter of when we find the time to check them out and reply and actually implement them. That's really what takes the longest time. So if you have some more specific points besides the questions you already asked, you can just ask more and we'll answer them directly here. To answer your question though, blueprint from another player, yes, but we'll have to see how. So basically, at some point you will be able to share your whole profile and a single plot, both to the workshop. So the plan would be to have some way to import one plot just from the workshop. So the idea with the commission is interesting, but we'll have to see. That would require some API system. It's an interesting idea. I will talk with Arthur in a second about it. Regarding the room numbers and doors, that will probably be a thing at some point. And definitely will be a thing to set all the rooms at once. Which is also annoying me now, because I have to set all these rooms. I have to set them, otherwise I don't get much money. 2, 1, and that's it. And custom wall art, yes, definitely. Check out the roadmap, by the way. It's pinned on the ideas discussion on Steam. I think we have it under mod capabilities. Basically, both you will be able to have some picture frames which you can add custom art. We also talked about it last stream, even having custom TV stations, so you can add custom videos. And but yeah, definitely custom art, and specifically also custom art by the workshop, so you can download just the picture designs. Daniel, nice question. I think I will discuss that with Arthur together in a second when he's back. And if we'll have to see what of those we do. All would be nice. But whatever we do in custom designs, there will always be some option to also share it on the workshop. The workshop really is one big thing we want to be used, and we have used in SimAirport a lot. And being not only able to share your designs, but make designs that others really like and download. That is just an important point for us. Oh, really sad. Chair left the stream.
Who did?
Chair left the stream.
Oh yeah, that's because Arthur's back.
So I answered most of the questions, by the way. And not has a bunch of them, but mostly central to modding stuff or customizability stuff. 2 questions I wanted to answer together with you or discuss with you. Number 1, room numbers on bedroom doors. Will that be a thing?
Ooh, that's a good idea. That makes a lot of sense. Or there should at least be nameplates or something, huh? I've never been to a hotel where the doors weren't labeled.
Yeah.
How the hell would you know which one to go into?
It shouldn't be too hard, I guess.
Should be pretty trivial.
I don't know the performance of text mesh. If you put a text mesh on each. To be fair, we put a text mesh on each zone and it's fine, so it shouldn't be too troublesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's some more rendering, but it's not going to be... Yeah, no, if Donna's still with us, can we get that on the list?
Yeah, Donna's with us, and I think she's basically only noting down stuff by now.
She's probably barely getting a chance to note all this shit.
Yeah.
That's how we like it.
The second question was a combined question regarding just research, and I've had a little discussion with Caitlin on Discord too regarding research and stuff. Basically, will there be more stuff to research? And maybe some tree system to research?
Yeah, so I want to say like a week before release or something, or maybe 2 weeks before release, I told Michael I wasn't thrilled with the way the research system worked, and I outlined how I wanted it to work, and he looked at me like, you must be crazy. He's like, we release in like 2 weeks. We cannot change this. And so it is the way it is. It's not the way I want it to be, though. The way I want it to be is I want it to be like it was in Theme Park, Bullfrog's original theme park, where you basically can allocate and invest money, and the amount of money you invest or staff resources you invest changes how quickly you can do research And yeah, I want to see research expanded, but I want to see an allocation style like that, so that it's not based on time, but based on how much money you put in, basically. So you could research everything really rapidly,
To be fair,
but
that
it's going to
is
be expensive.
time-based, just with a factor on how much you allocate.
Yeah, exactly. But it's basically, I want to copy the original theme parks model, like pretty much one to one.
Theme park? So like Roller Coaster Tycoon, is that what you mean?
No, the original. So theme park is the original Tycoon game.
But Roller Coaster Tycoon has a similar system. The question then is, so currently we have fixed points to research. But some systems like Roller Coaster Tycoon that didn't have fixed points, they more had categories or objects, for example, that would be researched. Any word on that?
I think we're going to see more of it be capability. I want to see. I keep talking about like the being able to sign big name headliners, that kind of stuff. I don't think we're gonna lock up a whole lot of stuff that we've already got in here. If anything, it'd be new stuff. The ability to sign David Copperfield, or obviously not. We couldn't use his name, but that kind of thing. Being able to pull in a Britney Spears or etc.
So
being able to possibly like big theater. We have another model for theater that's a large stage. There's some shit like that.
So the discussion on Discord basically went to the point of me having an interesting idea on why not have a shared system, specifically for stuff like scenarios. So in free play it doesn't matter too much, but in stuff like scenarios, you could have a shared, mixed system where you have fixed points you can research. But if you don't want to research anything specific, just research objects over time. So it goes back to more like a Roller Coaster Tycoon style. So let's say you start with 2 or 3 benches, and all the rest can be researched over time.
That's very similar to what theme park was. The only thing is, I don't want to make it object based. When I play the game, even if I'm playing for profit, I'm also going to play to design shit. That is basically how theme park work, though. Is when you don't allocate, it would basically allocate flood fill style breadth first, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it would evenly allocate. I don't want to do it with objects though, because like to me, and I get it, that's also a sandbox style play, but I like playing for profit too. I'm competitive, but I spend way more time than I should, or well, not should, but I enjoy the design aspect too, even if I am playing for profit.
Well, to be fair, let's just say we leave design stuff out, and all design stuff is always research. But let's say to start off in a small casino, you only have all the slots.
Yeah, so slots is an area where there's a lot of. I see this mentioned a lot. I saw a negative review the other day. Somebody was bitching about there's only 4 slot machines, he said, or something like that. The slot machine system is actually quite similar to the research system, where my vision for it is not fully realized yet. It's basically just time constraint at this point. But what I want to see is the games, and I want to see basically different cabinets allow for different higher end games. Yeah, like there's a whole hell of a lot more that can be done on the slot machine front. Even just networked slots, and that's how they are in real life nowadays. For the most part, they're networked. That's ugly.
That's 2 people intersecting into each other.
Yeah. But yeah, like slot machines, there's so much room for improvement. We want to do more games. The reality was every game we added would cost money. We outsourced it. It wasn't cheap. It's actually if you go look up like buying slot machine template or assets, it's shocking. You get charged like 10 times as much money as you would expect simply because you're dealing with slot machines. I want to add more games for slots. I want to add more cabinets. If you pull up any real slot machine cabinet maker, you'll see they have like each manufacturer makes like 2 to 8 different cabinets, and then they'll have licensed games like Deal or No Deal or Wheel of Fortune or that kind of thing. They'll have exclusives. I think there's like so much depth that could be played out there too. And I see that as being, like a researchable, very much so. I even see like there being the potential for like leasing, and I mean, in real life, there's all kinds of interesting things that occur. The dollar amounts, like, you generally aren't just buying the cabinet outright. It's a fairly complex relationship, and there's all kinds of different structures. I'd love to explore that further. So I have a question as I move on to my Stella. Are we going to get a countdown going here? Is Europe?
Yeah.
So where is
it?
Set
it? We are still an hour away, so I add them on like 20 minutes earlier or something like that.
Okay, I was going to be disappointed. Are there going to be fireworks?
Well, maybe not countdown, but I will add the clock at some point. Definitely. I think we didn't. No, we didn't have time to add fireworks.
Didn't add the fireworks. Huh?
No. Well, that idea was what, 2 days ago? 1 day, maybe?
Hey, that's par for the course. Should be used to it by now, right?
Nah. Yeah, but no, I think the fixes we did today were more important. So stuff like elevator.
Yeah, sometimes these guys put their foot down, even to me, and the game's better for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
So stuff like the Christmas bug fixes. The Christmas stuff is nice. And it still lasts a day or two. Everyone sees it. But the fireworks just I would use it once and then so not really worth it.
Well, we do have it. Okay, so for those of you in the US, you can expect on the 4th of July, you're going to be able to set fireworks off at your casino, and you'll have to pay money, but it'll be a marketing thing. And it might only work if you're in the United States. Might be something like that. I don't know. I suppose we should. I guess all countries have some similar day, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
German Reunification Day, for example. Well,
which is.
It's not celebrated like the 4th of July, but it's still a big day for us.
Is it? Do you do fireworks?
Not really, no.
Are there firework days in?
Well, yeah, on New Year's Eve. But even this year, in some parts, fireworks is not allowed. And Germany-wide, you cannot buy fireworks.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me, because you thought when I mentioned this the other day that I was talking about real fireworks. I wasn't. I'm in game. Although I will say, so I've been cutting down trees. Those of you guys have been following, and I can't get this one tree to light on fire. So today I went to the big box store, Home Depot here. I bought one of every fire starting method they have, from lighter fluid to charcoal that already has lighter fluid on it, to these matchsticks that burn for 10 minutes and are guaranteed to start fire. And so if my fire pit remains fireless tonight, then I would not survive very long in the wilderness.
Danny Rubenson on YouTube asked what was the most amount of money you've seen. So for me, it was my point when I set it to the maximum amount. And I can assure you it doesn't look good. At some point the UI, the numbers they get smaller over time. But they are still pretty big. Oh yeah, by the way, for anyone on UTC plus 2? Yeah, UTC plus 2.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to everyone on the east of us. We still got an hour to go.
And I've still got, what, 10?
Yeah. But to go further on the question, what was the most you've seen? You've looked at some saves, I guess, by now.
Me?
Yeah.
For bugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few. I couldn't even tell you. I rarely look at the money. Honestly, a lot of the saves that I look at are negative. I swear probably 90% of the ones that I open are negative.
To be fair, mine is also negative, but that's just for the stream and have some fun.
Well, I'm not sure even if you were playing on your own, you might be negative. I don't know if
be more. I'd be more cautious to go into plus. But yeah, possibly.
Giving you a hard time.
Also,
I'm actually not.
How do you like?
I'm actually not sure how difficult the game actually is. Pure profit driven.
I've heard everything from this game is impossible to play. It is way too hard. To this game is way too easy.
Way too easy.
Way too boring.
Yeah.
So it's really hard currently.
I think it's probably about right. We used to hear that same thing for Sim Airport, like, and it would vary based on the patches, but. And at one time, there were some exploits. I remember we took some exploits out that pissed people off, but yeah, I mean, everybody's got a different idea of how hard or easy it is. I guess it's almost impossible to make it the right difficulty for everyone. That's one thing I really think I envy RimWorld in their ability to get it right in terms of difficulty. It's surprising you don't see more people pissed off. I don't know if it's because they made it that easy or...
No, it's just a big amount of customizability. You can choose which AI does the spawning and how difficult that AI is. So you have different AIs for how you want to play. Some do wave-based, some do just random. And each of those has the difficulty setting, so you can say easy, deadly.
Yeah, and I've looked at that. It's surprising to me. There must be quite the opportunity to come back or to not be overtaken. Otherwise, I would expect that people would they would feel like they don't want a lot of difficulty. They'd choose those settings and then feel like it's way too easy. And I don't know. It's impressive to me that I don't know if it's customization or just the game setup.
So I think you are just looking at this wrong. It's not that someone chooses a specific difficulty. It's someone chooses a specific playstyle.
Yeah, but the AI storyteller. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you just want to build a big colony and you want to have some fun and maybe some raids, you choose the easy AI and on easy mode. But if you really want to be challenged, you choose the hardest AI and the hardest difficulty. So the AI really challenges you. And I think there's a range of playstyles, of course, but that's like the playstyle range, and everyone is in this range at some point. But the big point is, RimWorld gives you the option to choose exactly what you want to play or how you want to play.
Yeah, I guess my point would be that it's surprising people pick the right difficulty and don't get frustrated. That's what surprises me the most, maybe, is you would expect that. So we have two play styles, right? Or two settings, basically, sandbox and career. It's shocking to me how often we see too hard, too easy, given those. And I know it's just two, so it's really Boolean, but you would expect that more people would choose the wrong one and be frustrated. And I know RimWorld is like, that's a goddamn really difficult thing to compare yourself to. But yeah, it's impressive. It's something I've really been impressed by in that game.
Also, one specific point in RimWorld, you usually have a colony, but at some point you know it's gonna end and just restart. I think in SimCasino it's more like you have one casino and you want to continue building it over time, and maybe you start a new plot, but you're still on the same world. You never really restart.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm hoping the first SimCasino billionaire. I don't know. I know we do have some money-based achievements, yeah? I don't know about billionaire.
Not directly how much you have, but how much you make with some stuff.
I guess we could get billionaire in there if you're not in sandbox mode. Obviously, the problem is you can cheat very easily, but
yeah. So if you want to if you just want to be the first billionaire, it's not worth anything. You just set it in your save file and you're the first billionaire.
That said, my guess is very few people that are interested in seeing that achievement would actually cheat. I mean, it's funny, I walked inside to find a pen and I pulled out of my pocket a plug from Home Depot that I put in my pocket. Well, I bought 3 plugs. I guess I put one in my pocket. I was so pissed because it's like $1.70, but I'm the kind of guy who literally I'll go back tomorrow and I'll pay for it. But I suspect that people are similar to that when they're looking at most of these achievements. Like generally it's more of an honor type thing. But yeah, Donna, let's throw that on there. Let's make a billionaire achievement.
Traffic.
It's easy.
A lot of people coming
in. I saw Donna was asked earlier on Twitch the color tone of the flooring. Excuse me. It cannot be set. The way we render the tile map is purely based on material. Right now there is no data store. There's no way for us to tell the GPU a specific color for a floor tile. It's doable, but it's not. We already do a lot of GPU to CPU push and pull. And so, yeah, it's probably not. I mean, we could do it, but it's just going to make the GPU requirements go up. We already push everything to the GPU that we possibly can. If anything, mods is where more textures can come in. Oop, I missed a bunch on, you saw a thief?
Someone saw a thief.
Donna.
The problem is we are pretty delayed, so we can't really see. I should probably have some security guards patrol around.
Yeah, so, Soldine sounds like a boring, he said on YouTube, sounds like a boring grind, just like grind achievements. That's the thing though with this game, is it's only a grind if you want it to be. If you make an achievement, I personally don't
grindy, then no, not anymore, because some people just want to have all achievements.
And I mean, if that's the case though, then yeah, I don't know. Like, there's only so much you can do to cater to everybody. Like, some people are interested in achieving it, some aren't. I don't care about achievements personally. Yeah, like, you have to understand it's tough to make everyone happy, although we try pretty hard. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I agree, like, it's hitting 1 billion is tough. It's also not, it's not like, or maybe I'm wrong, is there any benefit to getting all the achievements on Steam? Do you get like a trading card or something?
I don't think so.
Like, and I don't even know what trading cards mean, honestly. I just know Steam tells us we should do them, and like, some of this stuff is, yeah, like we do it because we could ask for it, and literally I couldn't even tell you like exactly what achievements help you with or why. I mean, I get there. It gives you some kind of goal in what is otherwise a pretty sandboxy game. But yeah, I mean, that's my kind of general opinion on it. Is like, it is what it is. Like you don't have to get it. It's not a requirement to get all the achievements. Juma Muhammad Arthur, will there be more styles added to the paintings and flooring options? So I think you talked about this while I was paying my dumpster guy, but our goal is basically to make this, and I think the new 2-Point Hospital does this really well, I think. But basically, we want you to be able to upload any picture, anything off your desktop, and put it in game as a picture frame, picture, or textures for basically anywhere on carpet or floor, etc. And if it was up to me, we would have that rolled out yesterday. But I say that about all kinds of shit, so you can't have everything yesterday. It's coming soon though. It'll be like probably Q1. I've already got models locally. I've already got models importing where you could buy a model off a stock site, or you could download it off Sketchfab or something and import it in during gameplay. Like not something just I could do. We would need to add UI for it and configuration options, but basically textures coming sooner than later, models coming pretty freaking quick after that too, hopefully. Right, Jaja?
If you give me the way to import them, I can add the mod loader and add a handler for it.
I've got a branch up ready that has the model.
In general, I think for basic modding, we have to add the mod loader and a handler for each subsystem. But that's actually pretty easy. The harder part is actually making the UI great, a good UI. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Alo's
where the time sink is
already
UI.
Alo already wrote UI, Yosha's favorite.
Yeah, and the UI stuff is time consuming. So is the Steam API stuff.
Steam API is actually has been pretty simple and has cooperated mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, the UI.
The problem is you hit one stupid bug and you can be like 4-6 hours deeper than. Like, I remember trying to get multiple preview images working. It should be one super stupid simple call. It says it is, and next thing you know, 8 hours later, you still have one preview image. It's stupid shit like that. It has gotten better, though, yeah.
Also, UI has been easier to work with over the time. You just learn the quirks.
You've gotten better.
Yeah, you learn the quirks of Unity, and then at some point it's rather simple.
Honestly, I've gotten better at it too, and so has Michael, and so it's easier to work with because it's less shitty. We have a better foundation to work from. It helps.
Yeah, also learning from the things we did wrong in the SimAirport modding. Like one thing that is still really annoying to me is that we don't have mods, the required mods saved in the save guide. That's basically.
You think they should be saved inline?
Yes. The required mods, not the whole mod, just the Steam ID. And that's also one problem.
It is saved. It's in game.state.steam IDs. Mod Steam IDs.
Oh, we had never added the generic mod stuff then, I guess.
That's on you. I put it in there a long time ago, like 4 years ago.
We discussed that, and at the start we said, nah, let's not add it yet.
That may have been a miscommunication then. Yeah, because adding the Steam IDs is trivial. It is in the saves for.
But also.
Remember the whole mod missing dialogue. How do you think that works?
To be fair, part of the airline is actually, or part of airlines and aircraft is actually saved. in the save.
Yeah, that's true. But we also we save the Steam IDs too.
Yeah, and
But
another point.
probably just for those two is I bet objects didn't get added. That's really my fault. I think I miscommunicated with you.
Also one
interesting.
big annoyance in the older systems, so the especially aircraft. For aircraft, you guys used so just so you guys know on the stream, I did most of the modern modding system in Sim Airport, except for airplane and airline modding. Those you did, I guess.
Yeah, it was we fumbled through it. It was a mutual failure effort.
The one annoying thing with it is how aircraft are resolved. So they don't use the Steam ID. They use some aircraft ID systems in custom, which is really problematic.
Yeah, so the problem was that you would have people would go and they would have the JSON file open when the game overwrote it and put the Steam ID in there originally. Then they would like make an edit, they would save it, and you'd end up with a different Steam ID. And it would cause all kinds of havoc because you'd end up with duplicates of this thing being uploaded. I don't know. That's part of why we added the in-game editor for it, is because what was happening was people were losing their Steam ID by overwriting after the game had set the Steam ID.
It's really interesting. In the new modding system in Sim Airport, I simplified that a little bit. I basically split up. So airlines and aircraft, you always have one airline or one aircraft in a mod, right?
Yeah, you made it so it's a package, so that
exactly. And the package has
that.
one JSON file, which is automatically generated if you make a new mod. And that JSON file, in that JSON file, you can just put, which is most lovely, you can just put other Steam IDs, which the mod can depend on you, and that is really great. So you can, it's not shown really well, but you can actually have modding dependencies in Sim Airport.
Yeah, and some of this is just because we had well, there's two reasons. One is we didn't use the Rust library, Steamworks. The hell do they call it?
Face Punch?
Yeah, Face Punch. Gary's mod. So he has a library out there to make it much easier to interact with. The original implementation was all with the C callbacks. It was freaking terrible. But I want to shout out to Daniel Robinson. He's got to go. Happy New Year to you. 335 hours now. That is such an honor to hear. I kid you not. Like, it's my favorite thing. I tell people this all the time when they're like, what do you do? And I tell them that's what makes like my work so great, is that, 335 hours. That's awesome. Happy New Year to you. Hope you have a very good one. It has to be better. Let's see. Soldine on YouTube. Any plans to add large main attractions like circus, roller coaster, pirate ship show, aquarium, zoo, fountain shows, etc.? To some degree, yes. We've talked about racetrack stuff that probably wouldn't be buildable. It would kind of be built in. Pirate ship, aquarium, zoo. That's probably pushing it. I will say I went down to Caesars at the Forum Shops. The hell was it, yesterday? I had to run into the Apple store to pick a computer up for Michael, and that was the only place I had it. It was quite the walk. I was exhausted. But I was looking at, there's this massive statue there that does an automated event every, I think, 2.5 hours. And it's like quite the event. Lights and steam and fire and fog. And it's basically one big ass placeable object, though. I could see us doing something like that.
The map would have, or the plot would have the thing installed and you just build around it.
I mean, this is like in the mall. It's like in the.
Yeah,
it's big.
I actually thought about this. If we can somehow slice existing models, could make some really interesting maps. I said if we add world modding, so if we add settlement modding, I'm so gonna add some cruise ship. So you only have one plot, but you have a finished cruise ship, and you can only build inside and on the deck.
That is a interesting, very unique idea. Yeah. Something, never would even make.
Two things we'd have to do to make this possible. We'd have to say that a plot is not just a 3D cube or rectangle. What's that? 3D rectangle? I don't know. So it's not just a rectangle, but you can further define it. So different floors can have different sizes, and each floor can have some outcrops or something like that. Basically, more advanced plot definition. And we'd probably have to do something like that if we want a racetrack or something where you can build in the middle or around it anyways. And the second one would be able, if you imagine a cruise ship, if you are on the highest floor, you want to see the outer shell of the cruise ship around your casino. But if you go down levels, you need to slice the casino, you have to slice the cruise ship away. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, it'd be a totally different view, basically. You could probably achieve it with cameras and keep everything else basically the same, just add validation on top. That's a really interesting idea.
I mean, it's definitely something for the future, but if we...
Well, everything we're talking about is the future.
Yeah.
First, I want to import textures and models.
Yeah. Just saying, if you do a new settlement or settlement modding, these two things would be really great for like amazing custom settlements and custom plots, like a cruise ship.
Yeah. Let's see. Anton, 325 hours. Yeah, that's. I'm not supposed to say the F word, so, but it's fantastic. I'll say that word. It is. It really it gives me great joy to hear that. Yeah, I don't know how you could ask for a better job. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's always great to hear that you guys are having fun.
That really is, that's why we pour, hours and hours and truly, tons of money. My wife, there for a while, my wife was like, you're releasing this month. And this was back during release month, and I was like, I don't know, maybe we should wait another month or two. And my wife is like, how much more money are you going to put in this game? And yeah, so it is. It's like to see it pay off, to see people having fun with it. And hell, my little brother-in-law, he actually plays. And when I think on release day or the day after, he was texting me a bug. He literally sent me a photo of using his iPhone of his screen. He's like, why are my staff doing this? And I'm like, dude, can you report this in the forum, please? We're working on it. Let's see. I saw David S. speaking of Sim Airports, when will updates start again? So there are a couple things in progress. Right now, it's tough. It's holidays. I don't think I've written maybe 2 or 3 lines of code in the last week or two. Give us a little bit to get. Even I've been telling Michael, get off the computer. We're kind of regrouping right now. This has been quite the run up to release, and yeah.
I have
it's
to say,
coming though.
I have to say, I'm eager to get back at something.
Yeah, Sim Airport, I've always said, will be my baby. There are things I want to add. There's probably, honestly, there's some things I'm probably going to add that are not what's most desired, that I just really freaking want for my own personal reasons. And you're just going to have to put up with me. Sorry. Hopefully I've earned that at this point, but VWFA, we change how the bed looks after guests has used the room so you can see which rooms are dirty or missing bed sheets. So this should already be on the list.
Donna already answered that.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
This is brutally fast.
This one is my biggest pet peeve right now. Is why the hell can I not tell? Like, it drives me absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah, it's on the list. I think Donna's like actively working on it too. I think it's one Donna can damn near do without help too. Okay, I'm gonna take cigarette break. My beer is almost empty.
We still got half an hour.
We got 30 minutes?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be. That was quick. I even paid the dumpster guy, smoked 2 cigarettes, and got a beer. This time I will probably bring back 2 beers, and I don't know. I'll look for something cool to show you guys. I shall return shortly. You're in good hands.
And shares back too. Then you have full floor kitchen. I don't think that's really needed. That's a lot for. I don't know how big your casino is, but that's pretty big. And we cannot see your picture. I could take a look at it, but not now. If you want to see Anton's picture, you have to switch on YouTube, by the way. You have to switch from top chat to live chat. It doesn't show in normal chat. Oh yeah, everyone welcome Chair. I'm not quite sure in which time zone Chair is. Maybe he's already... Arthur is still in 2020. And we are still tuned for half an hour. Okay, center right kitchen. Donna says, I think you should, all of us should have a casino battle on one day. What kind of casino battle? Battle Royale? because okay, Pretty's Casino is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna lose that. Also, who's gonna judge? But yeah, so some kind of contest would be cool.
I'm back.
Oh, cool. Seems like I just found a bug with chefs. So this chef just got some prepped ingredients, but walked all the way over here to the other kitchen, and I think put it into the cooker. If I've seen that correctly.
I really want this so that when you click on the chef or you click on the cooker, you see who's got the tasks. So task is the code word. It's what it is called in code, but I want to be able to see. I know Prison Architect added this late in there, like after they released, I think. But when you would click on the object, you would see like who's carrying shit related to that object. Like I really want to see. I feel like that's a no-brainer. And if anything, like it should be easy to add. If our issue is we don't have a great interface for it, but there should be. Also, if Donna's here, these graphics, Donna, they're driving me nuts.
The graphics also buff here.
No, I'm gonna send it to you.
So yeah, maybe if you or Donna have a second, just note an issue with the possible, or just check there's some possible issue with chefs using objects in a different kitchen than they are currently working in. I think I saw that, so we may just quickly check it on the code side.
Sorry if I look stupid. I don't really care. Hopefully you guys don't either.
It's a relaxed stream tonight.
Yeah.
Also, maybe we should fix balancing of making food a little bit better. Because currently everyone is just making seafood, and there's no steak and no dessert.
So I'm talking to Donna, who just messaged me, but no, Donna, I mean on the left and the right, those two images, those are Steam defaults when you're on the Steam store page. Edit those, make them say something cool like developers playing, ask them anything. And that's, by the way, if you're watching on Steam, Josh and I are two of the developers. My name is not Chair, but you can't call me Chair. Honestly, I don't care what you call me.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm the founder of LV Game Dev. Joshua is our top technical guy. Michael, not here with us tonight. He is our top gameplay guy. He is my right-hand man. We've got Donna with us in chat on YouTube, Twitch, and on Steam. If you don't own the game yet, now is a very good time to buy it. It's 20% off. And I believe that's, yes, 20% off. Last time I said a discount, I got it wrong. But yeah, if you have any questions for us, ask us in chat here on YouTube, Twitch, Steam, wherever. We have a Discord. Check the forums. We're around. We're here to basically shoot the shit, ring in the new year. We're what now? 20 minutes away from.
Yeah, I'm currently adding a time, just from time.is.
Yeah, I was gonna say this countdown is taking a while.
But like I said, it's not gonna be a countdown. I'm just gonna add the current time.
Juma Muhammad, will there ever be new clothing options for the AI? Don't get me wrong, love the SimCasino shirts, but variety is best. So, yes, the answer is hell yes. That is one of the other things Donna's working on. I believe she just finished Cocktail Waitress. Maybe just the female version. And I think we are going to have a male version, so that we're politically correct, because that is important. Is that right, Donna? If you finished those, if you did, send it in Slack. We can probably put it up, or if you got a render of it or something. Yeah, we will get more variety in. It was there for a while. It was difficult to add new ones. But yeah, we've got it down now where it should be much easier. It's a few days work of art and a little bit of dev, but it should be pretty straightforward. We do have more coming. We have some more staff types coming too. I want to see different, so I call it fat scale, but I want to see like thick, thin agents. I'd also like to see older and younger agents. I'd like to see groups. And if you haven't seen the roadmap, Anton Moraes, you think they walked very stiff. So they walked way worse until Donna joined the team. She has improved it a good bit. I think that they're really, if anything, I think they need a blend. They need to all have a little bit different gait. And that's something we talked about doing. We think we know how to do it. Yeah, I see stiffness though a little bit too. They're like a little bit high brow, like they're too rich. I guess like yeah, I don't walk like that. I walk like, depends on how stiff my back is, if I've had ibuprofen yet, but I kind of wobble.
OBS doesn't really like removing white on a chroma key. Just removes everything.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'll pretend I do and take another drink of my staycation beer.
It just means the clock I'm just about to add is gonna be white in the background.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter for a couple of minutes. Just gonna add it on the top.
Yeah, if you guys have animation visual questions, now is a great time. Donna is here answering questions. We are going to get her on one of the next streams. Looks like we have 23 minutes. Is that right? 23 hours, that says.
Like I said, it's not the countdown, it's the time, current time.
Current time. I gotcha. It's counting up.
Yeah.
It's
my
we could get
time.
More food textures too, for sure.
Also more foods. I think Donna asked for it. Donna asked, I want a breakfast buffet. And I think that's already on the list.
Michael just messaged me. He said, "Catching up on the stream, you got space." That's hilarious. the first thing he notices that I'm no longer confined to this little box. I have space. That is exactly right.
It's gonna be funky how we do if we get Michael and Donna onto stream.
Yeah, we do a fourplex, or
it's gonna be
do,
wide.
Should we program? We could program like a blinking system, or I don't know. I can over-engineer anything. Stephanie Gravel. I know it's early. Over on Steam, she says, I know it's early, but will you be releasing on Xbox One version in the future? It's a good question. So we as a company have been accepted into the Xbox indie program. I guess I forget what it's called. I think ID at Xbox or something. They sent us some dev kits. We'd like to get Sim Airport out on Xbox as well. And we took a look at it. It's doable. SimCasino is doable too. I don't know. Realistically, I don't know if we could release it on Xbox One without a significant time investment. On the new consoles, it would probably be much more doable. We do a lot of GPU shit to optimize SimCasino. Sim Airport, I think we could get out on both. But yeah, it's hard to. I really can't even promise. Like, it's so tough because, I mean, you guys hear me. I'm a kid in a candy store. I'm worse than my own 3-year-old. Like, I see stuff, I want it. I have these ideas, I want it, and so it's tough to say, hey, Joshua, go spend a month working on Xbox when it's like, you know how many features Joshua can code up in a month? We could have custom models, we could have fireworks, we could have, I mean, I don't know.
I usually say, and the most people who know me from the Discord server and other places, I usually say it's not about what we can do, just about the time we have to do, or the time we have, the time we are able to do. Basically, if you ask for a feature, can this be done? I usually say yes. Is there time for it? That's the different question.
Yeah, people used to ask me, can you do this? And like, usually that was in a prior career, they'd be asking me about, can you build this kind of app or something? But my response was always, and I mean, this is terrible, but I'd be like, I can build you a nuclear reactor. Just give me enough time. I mean, that's what, as developers, that's what you do, though, is you're just constantly solving problems. Like, no matter what feature you're adding, no matter what bug you're fixing, you're really just tracking down a problem and looking for what are the solutions and what's the easiest. It's kind of like, honestly, I compare it to plumbing in my head. Is you're trying to fit two pipes together that are misaligned, and you got to cut one off here, put an elbow in, and it's literally, that's what you're doing. It's all a matter of, do you have time to do that before the water gets turned back on? Or is the lady inside going to be upset because she can't take a shower? Yeah, it's a freaking great analogy. I love it. More beer means more better analogies. Did you shorten me? No, okay.
No. You still have all the space. By the way, good question from Anton. Quick question, what happens when you sell a casino? Do you get the plot back? And I think currently that is actually a problem, really. Because currently I think you can sell the casino, but you're not able to buy it back or do anything with it. So the plot is basically gone forever. Yeah,
the in-game idea is that you should be able to see the casino in world view. The problem is, how can we render that and do it efficiently and still excuse me, and still show you worldview without it being super laggy. And we have other things to finish in worldview too. And meanwhile, we want to add other worlds.
Yeah, but in this case, the problem isn't viewing; it's more being
buying
able
it back.
Yeah.
The problem, though, technically is the same thing: is how do we store the data? Like, do we store the data right now? We actually may. I think we do store the data.
I think the casino itself, the plot itself, isn't sold.
So there's no reason we couldn't let you buy it back, maybe for 4 times the dollar amount. I don't know. Maybe we should let you maybe we should let you sell the game back to us for half the price and buy it again. I'm kidding, obviously. We know worldview and the sales aspect needs work. It's basically unfinished. And yeah, we want to add more worlds.
Also,
and
the ability to add
plots that
add worlds from mods.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can make your own worlds if you want to.
And then I get back, like, my first thought when you say that is, then I went back into the multiplayer thing where I want to see a world where you're competing with somebody else. And
yeah, by the way, and just pro, so if I build 10 casinos, it's a casino on all plots and then sell all of them, the game is basically over. And yeah, you cannot buy anything currently.
Okay, can we put that on the... Donna, can you put that on the list? Because that's basically a bug. If you shouldn't ever get to a point where you
should at least be...
You can't have a plot left.
Yeah, you should at least be able to buy it back, even if it's just empty at some point. And maybe we even do it that way, that at some point there's some chance over the time a plot may get demolished. So you sell your casino, you have a lot of money, and let's say a year later you want to buy it back, and maybe the city has cleaned it up because no one actually used it.
Did your seat expire today for Unity?
You're asking questions.
Well, so Michael says his did. I saw the charge go through on the card. I'm trying to figure out why he's having trouble.
I can't really tell you right now.
Yeah, understandably. Sorry. It's my job. This is what I do all day, is figure out developer problems.
You basically manage.
Yeah.
You manage the whole thing.
I always told people ever since I became a manager, I think I was like 20, be like, do you like it? I'd be like, when I write code, it does the same damn thing every time. No matter what, I run it, it's always the same output. Like, it's easy. And managing people, you tell them something, you're gonna get a different output every single time. It is so frustrating. Luckily, yeah, with our team, it's like the exact opposite. If anything, Michael tells me what to do, and he gets a different result every time, which is honestly a great thing. We've got a great freaking team.
Yeah, just we talked about elevators yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago, after the stream. So Arthur and me discussed a way to fix the elevators. I've got on this build already a smaller fix up, which does cost some performance, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Like, I'm still at 60 FPS constant. And the balancing isn't perfect, I've noticed. That is just some changes I still have to do. But we've discussed a further fix, which would fix it on a more grander level, I'd say, and be a bit more performant, which is especially good for bigger casinos, because mine is pretty small still now.
Well, the thing that, and I didn't tell Michael this, maybe he's listening now. The real benefit I see is it'll allow us to run that repath. You and I talked about it briefly, but So when a guy's, it's tough because we have to run the pass early. By the time they get to the elevator, there may be more people there than we estimated would be there when they did get there. The cool thing about the optimization that we're talking about here is that it would allow us, while they're standing in line, to run in like probably under 10 milliseconds a check to see, hey, should they switch to the other elevator? Yeah, way less, like probably under a millisecond. Yeah, and so everything we do is measured in milliseconds. Right now, a path probably takes the main meat part of it probably takes like under 10 milliseconds.
Yeah, on average, I'd say path takes about 5 to 10 milliseconds. With this fix, I've seen it jump to about 20 to 30 even. So it definitely took some performance, but it's still fine. Basically, the lower the number, the better.
Yeah, we get 16 milliseconds of frame on the main thread if we want to keep it at 60 frames a second. We've got a bunch of other threads running, but depending on your computer, yeah, like pathing runs on different thread. Much runs on different thread, but still, you have to consider that we have to run the rendering every 16 milliseconds, or strive to.
So basically, if you want, just to make a sense of it all, if you want to run 100 paths a second, you'd have to be down to 1 millisecond, right?
If you want to do it on the main thread. But that's why we all have 20 core computers now.
But even on the secondaries, if you want to run, if it takes 10 milliseconds, you have to run it. No, if it takes 10 milliseconds, you only can run 10 paths per second.
Well, yes, that is basic division. And you're the math whiz, not me.
Yeah, that's not math, that's calculating.
The funny thing, I was mounting a rack in my closet. I'm addicted to mounting racks and networking gear. After the stream today, I'm gonna run fiber until my wife says I have to get out of the attic and celebrate New Year. But mounting a rack the other day, I had to run 2 days ago, I had to run the Pythagorean theorem, and it took me, I think I did it better when I was 18. It took me quite a while. It is so easy, and it's still, but I'm cutting wood, and I was trying to make sure everything, I was measuring 5 times. You'd be proud. So Josh is our 3D printer guy. I like to do anything with hand tools. Right now I'm addicted to, so I told you I'd bring you something cool. One of my cool new tools, believe it or not, one of my favorites right now is the glue gun. The Ryobi glue gun.
You know what I just made, which is my favorite the last couple of days?
What's that?
Such a simple thing. It's a small sanding tool. It's just a 3D printed part, or a couple of 3D printed parts. Here's one without sandpaper.
Just a little, it's like a sanding sponge you made?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? Easier to handle. I only have sandpaper flying around.
Huh.
And note, if you have these small parts, like you look at my hand, if you have such small parts, and I have a bunch here, which is for a new computer case I built, which I'm throwing away already.
The moral of the story here is that we are real true geeks.
Yeah. If you have these bunch of smaller parts, you really want a small sanding tool.
Okay, so I was wrong. Edge has not been deployed yet. It is going to be getting deployed semi-soon. Sounds like probably tomorrow. Michael's working on
what? Only
making...
New Year?
Yeah, I guess we started on the 1st. Hey, it seems like good timing.
Yeah. By the way, at some point, Elo wrote, when we discussed how we do 4 people, we need a technical director, which can switch around. And the first thought of me from me was like, that's gonna be me, and I'm already playing the game, already managing that. No, everyone disconnecting already, not shown on the screen anymore.
I'm super busy drinking beer.
Yeah, yes, you're super busy. Also, 2 minutes to go. I just want to say to you guys on the stream, you may be behind, or our stream may be behind, but my time I'm displaying is exact. So if it hits 24 for me or 0, definitely here. It's gonna be delayed for you guys, but you can just write that you're 0, and we will see it live. Well, to be fair, if you are in the CET time zone, if you're not in the CET time zone, it's you're either already in the new year, or you're gonna be in the new year in the next 13 hours.
10 hours. Last 13. Oh yeah, I guess Hawaii is probably pretty far back.
Yeah. I think I'm in +1. So if you think the last one is -12, maybe. I don't know.
No edge in 2020. That's right.
Surprised Pikachu face.
32 count of fiber running in my home. So I've got 6 count running from my
Hey.
office to my garage right now. And
Marine,
I've got...
by the way, really quick, Marine has watched too. Marine, happy to see you here, and happy New Year to you too, and have fun.
And I've got 6 count going from my garage. Well, it will be after, before 2021. Going from my garage to my closet. My wife, she has a bigger closet. She won't give up any space for a rack. That's
10
why.
seconds.
So we are almost there.
5, 4, 2, 1, and happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Woohoo!
Love our nature's displays showing 2021 now. So happy New Year to everyone in the CET time zone. I see a bunch of fireworks going off in the background.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I'm hoping there will be here, but our wind is 22-mile-an-hour wind projected most of the night. So I'm I don't know what we're gonna see. Yeah, honestly, it is great to be in the new year with you guys, even though I'm still stuck in 2020.
Yeah, man, Arthur, you're really last year guy.
I am. I'm just so behind the times.
Yeah, you're so behind the times. I'm now with the Australians and the eastern part of for me. Basically, whole of Eurasia.
What you can do? They put up with me anyway. If you're watching on Steam and you're in 2021, this would be the best purchase you've made this year. I guarantee it. Pretty much. Unless you've been in 2021 for a while.
Maybe you are in 2021 for a while, but you still haven't bought something.
And even if you have been, I think pretty good chance it will be the best game you bought this year. Probably already. Maybe. If you're discerning, maybe the next few months. But yeah, I like those odds. And this is a casino. Midway? Yeah, I was gonna say so wait. So I watched a movie last night, the Sean Connery. Not Sean Connery, is it? No, it's the End of the World movie.
Which End of the World movie? What was
It's a brand new one. It costs a freaking fortune too to rent.
Oh, okay.
It was $20 to rent.
So not one of the older ones.
Meteor Apocalypse. Greenland. It's called Greenland. Gerard Butler. Sorry, I forget what I was gonna say too. I forget. I was gonna say about it, but it was a great movie. Except the end was a little. Could have been better. And I have no idea what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was wondering, is Greenland? Because Shannon, the airport up that direction where all the emergency flights land, they're crossing. That's what I was thinking. Muhammad. Well, the conference room price of $25 each. I didn't even know it was $25 each. That's kind of a Michael question.
I had to look it up to it, and it's actually completely hard-coded.
It's just hard-coded $25?
Yeah, it's hard-coded to 25.
It's also Donna, per, that's a bug.
Not even per person.
Yeah, it should be like per room. It should be a conference room thing.
Probably.
The whole conference, like we need a conference system.
Just one second real quick. Anton Morris says Happy New Year, or going offline now, good to get up early to play SimCasino. Have fun playing, and Happy New Year to you too, and I hope to see you on the next stream. I think. Thank
you for joining us. Yeah, thank you for real. We really appreciate it. You guys are the reason we do this. We try to keep it entertaining.
Where did I stop you?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Pretty. Midway is the last time zone. -11.
Ah, exactly. We talked about
+13.
Stuff.
Yeah, I remember. I think I looked this up a year or two ago. Yeah, there is a +13, huh? I remember reading something like the rich people travel, and there's like some kind of rich thing where you like skip time zone to, I guess, I don't know, take a shot every time you hit another new, I don't know. I think I remember seeing that though. Can we get some solar panels on this
Oh
casino?
yeah, I've got the roof level now to do it. We really need some system for those solar panels and for HVAC. But I think we noted it last stream, right?
Yeah, although I don't know if we talked about solar and electricity. I do want to do it though. I'm like hot on solar right now. Like hot. What's that?
Well, I expect them to be under decoration.
Yeah, I guess it's future thinking. I don't think you can click and drag them either.
Nope.
Very frustrating. And I changed the setting and you still can't. Good placement though. Smart. You don't want to shade them. I'm hot on solar right now because I don't know if it's because I have too many computers or my wife doesn't turn lights on. But
I'm gonna give a wild guess. Just a slight guess. Like partisan but slight guess. It's definitely the lights.
It's all LEDs though. Yeah.
But your PC is also probably all LEDs.
No, but they're not. Yeah, they shouldn't be drawing like crazy. The HVAC is terrible, but yeah.
Why?
And I mean,
oh, you mean your real life one?
Although yours looks sexy.
Yeah, this looks
I like
great.
your HVAC. Is there a function for the roof part? So DVB 1998. Is that the year you're born? That's rude to ask. Sorry. There's not a function for the roof parts yet. They are just decorative right now. That is the year you're born. That's makes me feel old. Unbelievable, honestly. Wow. They don't yet function. The intent though is that they will. We want to do a whole like air quality system, and we want to do a power system too. I really want to do it. I'm like so hot on solar panels, and I'm not like a super liberal kind of guy. I'm really moderate, but I can click a button right now and tell you that my house is using 5.3 kilowatts at this exact moment. My solar panels are generating 1.1. My batteries are feeding the rest, and I hope my wife is using the oven because I don't know why we're using 5,200 watts. I'm pretty sure my wife left. So it's like, what are they doing in there to use up that many watts?
5.2 kilowatt.
5.3 now.
Dang, not even your whole PC. I don't think your whole PC room can take a kilowatt.
Yeah, but like my TV takes 350 to 400 depending on, it's around there. So if the TV's on, that's 400. I mean, I have a pretty big house and there's lights everywhere. Everything's LED though, but it's a half-acre property. Yeah, 5.2. My guess is that they have the oven on. They're maybe making that or the microwave. My normal. So today I can tell you, So I've got an electric car. And I charged it today, but 104 kilowatt hours. Today I generated 36.7 kilowatt hours today, and I exported about 5 kilowatt hours. But yeah, I could see it in real time. It's freaking. My wife was like, "Why did we even get solar panels? I thought now we can use electricity all we want." And now I've got this in my toolbar, and I can see it. And now, so like when I see it's at 5.3, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be running inside, being like, "Honey, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are we using? Like, do you have every fan on in the house, or like, what's the purpose here?" Yeah, it adds up. So like I've got like a sump pump, and my office is detached, so there's another HVAC out here.
Do you heat
it adds
with
up.
Electricity?
No, we heat with gas, but
okay.
the air handlers. I actually just got 20 SEER high efficiency stuff. My office does heat with electricity. It's a heat pump, but it's a 20 by 20 room.
To be fair, your PC does some heating too.
Yeah, and I know my PC isn't, or my heat isn't running right now. But I don't know why. 5.3 watts or kilowatts.
Thinking about an implementation for electricity, SimCasino. What would you like to be?
Basically, total. So here in Vegas, it's actually a big thing. Is you can either buy the utility, the standard mandated utility, and the law in Vegas, for instance, is you have to be connected to the utility, or you can pay basically a fine, a penalty, to get disconnected from the utility. And then once you're disconnected, then you can source your electricity from a different utility company or yourself or whatever, wherever you want. I'd like to basically mirror that. Is you can buy on-site storage. The big thing right now, like I think the Raiders Stadium football, I believe the Raiders Stadium paid a $15 million penalty or whatever to be able to use a different provider that's a much cheaper power source.
Basically, you want objects to cost power.
Yeah, I mean, the casinos use a shit ton of power. Like,
yeah,
all these LED, they're all LCDs and stuff, but they. Yeah.
So each object has an attached power, how much it uses, and probably solar panels just offset that.
Yeah, and you put batteries in, very expensive batteries, but yeah, if you want to be able to try to run off grid.
Danke gleichfalls. Just wished me Happy New Year in German.
Happy New Year in English? Yeah, that's how it is here, Aloe. Kinda. Except we can't pick provider. The only thing you can do is you can pay extra. I'm hot on. I just bought a used Powerwall, um, and I'm not like super hot on Tesla. I love the idea. So our electric bill here at my house averaged $400 a month, and I'm getting to the point I want to retire at some point. I want to, like, I love what I do, but I'd like to not feel stress and have to work 16-hour days, trying to reduce our bills. And yeah, it's a massive amount. We're on a time of use plan. So what happens is in the summer, we pay like $1,600 a month, something stupid. It's actually pretty cheap. All year long, it's 11 cents a kilowatt hour. We're on a time of use plan though, where it's 4 cents a kilowatt hour, except for 10 hours a day during the summer. 10 hours a day during the summer, it's 55 cents a kilowatt hour, something like that. And those are the hours where you need it. They're also the hours where solar produces. My break even is I'm like 11 or 12 years for. I installed solar twice this year. I hired the crew to come back and put more money out, or more money. It was more money, but I bought some used panels, put them on my office roof, and
Panels aren't even that expensive anymore.
well, no, 5 cents a kilowatt hour is nothing. It's the problem is
No, I'm just
all
saying,
summer long.
Solar panels aren't really expensive anymore. They're going down massively.
They're super cheap. Out here, the only cost is permitting and labor, basically.
Yeah.
And so I went right to the source, and I didn't permit my second install. Don't tell anyone.
Which second install? I think you just colored your roof, right?
Yeah, basically just insulation is what I call it.
Yeah, right.
It actually
some
does
electricity, but that's just side product. Just a garbage product.
Exactly. But yeah, my expectation is like my bill should now be about 40 to 60 a month. It's hard to tell right now. The sun is so low in the sky, but after what I just installed on the office roof now, I think I may be even close to zero. Especially because we're on the time of use thing. I don't know. I'll just be pumped not to be paying $1,600 4 months out of the year. I mean, it's freaking nuts.
Some questions we can answer.
Okay, let's answer them. I suppose we are developers.
Yeah, Vapor asked, I don't know if the question has already been asked, will there be classic slot machines in the game in the future? And I had a lot of talk about that with Pal on the on the Discord. He really would love some classic style slot machines too. And we discussed this shortly, and to be fair, some classical style scenario would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Donna, put it on the list.
It's basically mostly about object making. It has some, like the pull arm stuff, which is animated, a little bit different, but I think it's generally no big difference to normal objects, right?
Yeah, I think so I haven't gone and looked at one. There's a couple places downtown that still have the old school slots that I think they still take quarters even. I thought that they had updated them all to take a button push too, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do still have a few that are you literally pull the lever. If so, yeah. Either way, it's basically all on Donna. So, come on, Donna. Where are classic slots at?
Even Donna's list is gonna expand massively each stream.
Oh, it's gonna be colossally big.
Two more questions from Yuma. Box offices question: implement ticket sales a day early, like Thursday or weekend. Just have AI get ticks all the time. I think currently tickets are only sold like an hour before or two.
Yeah, I think I saw this question asked earlier. I'm sorry that we missed it. That the whole system needs overhauled. Like I want to do the whole I was telling this last stream. My wife saw this comedian that we like is playing next July, and we bought tickets 4 months ago for it. Like that's how it works in real life. Is you generally
Most people
like
buy early or online or out of town, out of casino.
yeah, then you visit because of that, not
Yeah.
that yeah.
So there should still be a box office. Just the sales should be minimal. And most should
it's
people
will
should be-
call. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we go to the box office to pick up the tickets. We talked about this the other day. We want the box office to be like we want the in-wall thing. But yeah.
And the second question was, will indoor car garages or carports be added to the game with pricing? I think we said on 2 streams now that there will be no road stuff. But we did say there will be some objects you can place which will be used by vehicles. So maybe some parking garage object, a big one, which just park cars. Just to ramp down the capacity.
If you make the model, Donna, we'll implement it. We're not doing any roads, though. You cannot.
Yeah, it basically just be placed on the side, like let's say, let's get some floor marbles.
And I'm cool with a loading dock, too. Donna, add that to the list, too.
So like I'd place a ramp down here, like this, and you just see the ramp, and cars would get eaten by it. And it would probably spew out some people on top.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm. Go ahead. Yeah, loading dock and the parking. Yeah, parking ramp. And
Okay,
like those are
like-
just so you're aware, those are two that if you model it, we can probably freaking implement it in 4 hours. Today's most uttered hit. That is. She's a pretty damn good addition to the team, huh? Can we get a round of applause for Donna? DVB, no worries. No, Aldi or Allo, as he is on the forum and in the yeah, he's. I don't even know. I feel like him, Chick, Mod Air, like. I'm not even sure how we could ever repay you guys. Like we should just let you guys give out keys, I guess, for the. I don't know. I'm not sure. We need to get you guys some merchandise. Donna, add that to your list too. Can we get some?
Oh yeah, if you get some merchandise up, we can definitely give some out.
Yeah, I do. I really want something to wear.
I think, by the way, just to mention, I think we never mentioned this publicly, but we did honors the most public. Basically, anyone who has helped in Sim Airport making mod. We've honored all those people with SimCasino key. But I think, like
yeah, but that's
Alo
like the
and-
minimal.
Yeah, Alo Chick, for example, did so much. So big thank you, by the way. Still.
I mean,
I posted
one of you guys.
sometimes.
One of you guys asked us. I forget. Was it Chick or was it you, Alo? Like, you
think
wanted
Alo.
to send us PayPal money so that you could write on your review you didn't receive the project or the product for free. And I've told that story to my wife and to friends multiple times. Like, it's a freaking honor, man. I'm not. Yeah, I really. Sometimes I don't know how. I've looked at your profile too. I don't know how you even like keep up with. I mean, you're like on top of other games too. It's really cool. It's freaking great. It's what keeps indies alive, and it really is. It's much appreciated. You did buy. That's cool. That's sweet. Love it. This is we are very lucky. This is quite the job. Okay, I'm going to step out for one more cigarette.
Guess we could also call it.
No, let's see if anybody else has ideas for Donna's list. Also, anybody watching on Steam, if you haven't bought the game, damn it, buy it now. 20% off. We're the developers, small indie team. Support small indie teams. They make really good, cool new games. I mean, just looking through the like this, I see mostly AAA games, but we'll pretend I didn't. Yeah, support. It's a great game. You're gonna love it. I'll be right back. Gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm a real human. And yeah, and then we'll call it in, I don't know, 20 more minutes or so.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Maybe Michael will ship Edge by then, and Donna will have pumped out 3 models. I'll be right back.
Donk. So cheers, Dave. And by the way, Donna, you don't have to do that. And Michael is probably not gonna do it either. It's already... well, Michael still has half an hour till midnight. Now, 0:24 now. But yeah. Kaboom! So we still got fireworks going on. Not quite sure how much, but definitely seems less than the last years. Which makes sense in Germany that you cannot buy fireworks this year. But yeah. That sounds lovely, Donna. The list is only gonna get longer, I can assure you. We will add more stuff. Yeah, I cannot buy fireworks. Iceman, I have a power system I'm working on in EU4. Is that a modded system? Or how are you doing that? And Vapor indies are very important for the gaming industry. Yeah. I can definitely agree with that. Though it really depends. There's just some smaller companies around. There's some smaller companies, smaller publishers that seem like indie studios that work similar, and those are great too. Basically, a lot of people making great games, not just us as an indie studio. Basically, people doing it. Really, any small team that is lovely. Good, it is a good team. So we are the best, of course. Hey Lou, no problem. I'm not good with calculating either. Like Arthur said, I'm pretty good with math, but that's it. I'm pretty good with math, not with calculating. So I can tell you some random weird shit about math, but if you want me to calculate some random number, forget it. I can't. I'm just gonna take the calculator. Which is important. You don't want to, if in math you don't really want to replace the calculator. You have a calculator, you have a phone always in your pocket. That thing can calculate way faster. Understanding the math behind it, that's important. Fulfill the theaters. To be fair, Alo, the City Skylines is definitely not indie, and is not really indie-like anymore. Especially with Paradox having Paradox as publisher. That's definitely a bigger one. And yeah, DVB, I'm basically the same. Though I've not played so many games since I've been developing. I'm just not playing as much anymore, which is really sad. There's a bunch of games, a bunch of great games out there. Yeah, the Factorio team, for example, is really good. It's a big indie studio, but still indie. And to be fair, yeah, there's some AAA tier teams out there that are still really good. Not too many. So guys, anything you want to see in my casino? I'm happy to build stuff. I'm just not creative enough to think of some stuff myself. Crazy marketing. I mean, I've got an infinite money. Let's just spend all the money. Okay, maybe not the full one. Oh. Let's just do the full one. Donk. Arthur?
Yes, sir.
You should really be more careful if you sit down, because you bonked the
bonked.
microphone.
Sorry, I was getting a phone call at the same time and wasn't
Impossible.
sure if that was important. Hopefully it's not. Sorry, I didn't mean to bonk. Hopefully I didn't put any ears out. It is freezing here, by the way.
Oh, not freezing here. We just talked a little bit about studio sizes and indie games and indie game devs, because Vapor said indies are very important for the gaming industry.
Yeah, they are. I had a long discussion with our Steam rep about it.
Real quick before you continue.
Yeah.
WFA, I asked what I should still build, and a business center. I'm gonna keep that for the next stream, because a business center is pretty big build. So yeah, Steam rep?
Yeah, I talked to our Steam rep about it a little bit. It was about a year ago. A little more maybe. I was a little concerned about some of the changes they'd made to Steam, to discoverability. The market is tough. It's a much tougher market than it was even when we released Sim Airport. And I will say I was really encouraged. Steam is aware of the need for... kind of what I said to him was like, how are you going to get Prison Architect or RimWorld or games like that to ever be made without... if you don't show indie games? And that they're aware, honestly, I think they do their best. Their goals are, I've said this before, that I question their goals sometimes, Steam's. Like, their goal is to sell you as many games they can. They make the most money, the more games they sell you. I also think, though, that they do a pretty damn good job at balancing that with trying to get good games to consumers.
Also specifically getting good games to the right consumer.
Yeah, well, that's a fucking hard problem. And
but I think Steam
can't
has
use
done
that for it.
Steam has done a pretty good job so far, especially like the discoverability queue. If you go through the games and just said you don't like it or you don't care, and maybe you like that. At some point, tells you some good games which you will probably like.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, it was much. So, our sales were much better before. What was it? November 2018 or 2018. I think they made some changes that definitely shifted things. I'm sure it improved Steam's revenue. That were concerning. And I literally had a phone call with our rep. They were super receptive. Like, they understood, even going so far as to, like, they're considering potentially investing in indie games that are going to come out, that kind of thing. I can't go too much further into that kind of conversation. We weren't invested in or anything. But yeah, like, I will say they definitely do care. I will say, though, also that there's concern because you see, like, Cyberpunk, for instance. We were told you don't release near Cyberpunk, and the game is full of problems. We talked about this before. I guess it's not that full of problems on PC, but blah blah blah. All I hear though, yeah, to me it's like they advertise a GTA game and it's not, and it doesn't even really matter. The key thing is they spent a shitload of money marketing, and they got the result they were kind of looking for. It. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Many of you guys know me. Like, I am not a marketing kind of guy. I'm a build a damn good game that's compelling and they'll come kind of person. And the world runs off ads. Like, there's a reason Google and Facebook make shitloads of money. It's not, they didn't purely build it and they will come. They've got you addicted now, is my personal opinion. But yeah, I don't know. It's I appreciate everybody that supports indie games, goes out of their way for indie games. Like I think I just saw Hallow say or Chick. You guys knew who we were, and that's part of what Steam Rep told us too. Is you guys shouldn't have any trouble. Like, people know who you are. They know it's probably not going to be perfect on release, and they also know you're not going anywhere. Like, you guys you put your face on the game. Like, you go out there and you actually care. And yeah, I don't know. Long sap story, all to say, like, indie games are important. I try to pick up indie games that I see that look promising, simply because I want to support other indie games. And yeah, otherwise you're just going to see repetitive stuff. I've talked about Madden before. I freaking hate the state of that game. And yeah, Factorio is an interesting example because Factorio they sold so well that they're now a pretty big game, or a pretty big company.
By the way,
same with Introversion too.
By the way, like, Michael pulled a sneaky on us.
Yeah, no, he shipped an update. He told me he was going to. He needed his license key, apparently, because our subscription renewed today or something. I don't know.
The key changed?
The key didn't change. I don't know why. You're probably going to need yours too. I probably will need mine too. You should be able to log in and get it though. Yeah, my hair looks funny, but
I know where it is. I had to do it like 10 times because I'm switching systems sometimes.
Yeah, I wish that if anybody from Unity is listening here, can we please get like 3 or 4, just bind it to IP address? Because I promise, if the IP address is the same, I'm using all of those computers. But I gotta test the game on 7 computers, so can I please not have to frickin' go revoke the license every time? It drives me nuts.
And I'm gonna say the opposite. Please do not, definitely do not do IP-based checking. There's a lot of countries where IPs are not full stack. You don't have fixed IPs.
Ours aren't fixed either. I have a dynamic IP, but come on, at least 7P.
On one,
Yeah.
so problem one, you have
That's funny.
dynamic IPs. Problem two, most ISPs here don't even have full stack. You don't even have an IP for v4 over here.
It's double natted.
Yeah, and completely behind IPv6.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a session-based system that would work fine with. We always tied all of our session stuff to 9. No, 7P. So I've got a couple of servers up here. I've got Windows 2 Max, 3, 4 Max, 5, and my wife has 1. And there's another mini upstairs. Yeah, so yeah, you get. But the problem is, if I've got 1 on Catalina, 1 on High Sierra, I need to test on Windows, and then I've got an outdoor PC for when I'm smoking a cigarette. It's indoors. I've run the lines through the wall with the monitor outside, so it doesn't overheat in the Vegas heat.
You could just use one. You could just use one PC as server and connect to it.
It's tougher than you think. At LAN 3. Interesting question. So actually, I went and picked up an M1 Mac.
By the way, just for you,
right?
just so you know, that's my roommate.
That's your roommate?
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
But yeah, he's interested.
He should know this then already, right?
I don't think I've talked to him about it.
So I went and picked up an M1 for Michael yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I had to run down to the Apple store at Caesar's Palace or Caesar's Forum Shops or whatever. M1 MacBook Pro. And yeah, I overnighted it-ish to UK because the currency exchange rate it's so much better. It's the exact same price, but in USD versus GBP. And even with shipping and everything, it was supposed to get there today. It didn't, last I heard. I didn't open the package or anything, and he has to put up with the US keyboard, and he's had to buy his own charger. But looking at it, I almost bought another one there. I would like to have one just for the battery life, but it wouldn't do shit for development. So that's the other reason we bought it, is because now we have somebody with an M1 that can test. I use US keyboard, but yeah, I had no idea. UK keyboard is slightly different, so I had to Google this yesterday.
I think it has some European stuff on it, right?
The dollar sign is the pound, and the return key is slightly different. It's it comes down to the right of the shift. I had no idea either until after I had called the Apple business to order it, and Michael goes, "Is it going to be the US layout?" And I was like, "Is there a freaking different layout of keyboard there? Like, what are you typing on, Dvorak?" And I had no idea. I Googled it, and it's like very minimal difference.
What time should I set the alarm for?
Okay, Google, no alarm.
No problem. No new alarm set.
Sorry.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, by the way, I've got the German keyboard for me, so everything is different for me.
Is it really? It's not QWERTY or anything?
It's QWERTZ. So most keys are at the same position except for Y and Z, which are switched. But that's it. There's a lot of difference. So all the on the right of L, I've got Ö, and then Ä.
I'm not even sure. Are you saying letters?
Yeah,
are you saying
these? I'm writing them in Twitch chat. If you check Twitch chat.
Those are on your keyboard, like additional. So you have more letters than exist in the alphabet on your keyboard.
Well, no, we've got more letters in Europe than you have in English. We also can do stuff like this and this with the keyboard.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like I'm worried about how I said Ryobi, and I know it's technically pronounced Ryobi, but I say it Ryobi, and I like this shit. Like, I know it's cheap, but it works great. And I have almost all of their tools, and
Oh yeah,
I cannot believe you've got a keyboard with letters on it that I don't. I was stunned when Michael told me that yesterday. I was like, wait a second. Like, what language is it that you speak?
He said it's German, but like I said, the O with the apostrophe can make that stuff because we did it in Europe. Many languages use that. Yeah,
but we can make that stuff too. You just use modifier keys.
Yeah, I too, but U, the three O, A, and U with the dots above, those are actually on the keyboard.
And the funny thing is, I'm the one drinking beer, and you're the one making those sounds.
But I'm German. We've also got the SZ.
Umlauts.
Yeah.
Umlauts. I mean, I've seen them used in pronunciations before, but I'm ignorant when it comes to the world. I've been
Uber is using the U.
Maybe originally, but not on their stock market name or anything.
I mean, everything's gonna break.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Uber, if you actually write it with the Ü, it would be Uber, which literally translates to above.
Yeah, I think
if you get a car again, if you get an Uber again, you don't say Uber, you just say above.
I've been taking an Uber in forever, and once you have children, it's like I never even thought about it. Once you have children, though. Well, you never Uber anywhere because you can't. Like, what are you going to do? Install a car seat in 4 minutes? Like, I can do it almost. I would need my glue gun.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's going to be hard.
Hey, it would help. It would help. No, truly, though, it's like, yeah, you don't Uber anywhere anymore. I don't know. The laws, I think now you have to have a kid in a car seat until they're like 7 or something. Not even sure. Something else. My beer is empty. I'm going to grab another one. I'm not done with y'all yet, unless Josh is going to make me be. I'm having a good time.
We've gone for a pretty long time already.
Oh, don't just now, Joshua.
If you want to take over for a minute, I have to go to the toilet and then we can continue for a little longer.
Okay, we'll grant him 1 toilet break.
Okay, you stay on the stream, entertain the people.
Okay.
Wait,
I will entertain them.
This is complicated. I have to do share for myself.
I was gonna say chair.
Back in a second.
I do. I'm not sure. Yeah, roommate, can't you pee for him? Like, that's my wife does all this kind of stuff for me. Well, while he's gone, I feel like I could get away with all kinds of things without getting yelled at. I'm looking around my desk like, what do I have cool around here? That much. Cleaned up yesterday. So we got a couple viewers on Steam. Hopefully some of you guys have not bought the game yet. And if you haven't yet, I'd love to know why. We're an indie development team. You should buy the game. Because we're pretty cool people. And if you buy the game, you can decide between Stella and Delirium for my next drink. Delirium Red or Stella Green. This is the first time I know, and I feel like caught off guard. I'm like, I gotta be professional. But I really don't. I'm sure. In fact, there has been at least one stream where I was on by myself and you can't find the archive of it. And I had quite a few Delirium Reds. And I enjoyed myself too. Earned it. What are the votes again? Oh, you. What do you vote for? Let's hear it. Yeah, can we I almost wonder if when the game loads in, the benches disappear. Iceman 2056 said, "You intrigued in my power system. I am interested in your power system. More importantly, though, I'd like to know why your benches disappear. If you can send us your save game file."
Wait. Before you do anything, please just check your verify your game files with Steam. Because I'm gonna get I'm gonna do the wild guess and guess something broke on update. So just go to your Steam library, go to SimCasino, right click on SimCasino, and then Properties, Local Files, I think is the tab is called, and then over to the button I think is Verify Integrity of Local Files or something like that. You will find it. Please do that first and then see if it loads correctly.
Okay, we'll take his word for it. Damn, that was so quick. I didn't even get to do anything crazy. I think that is the one. So it did record. Arthur shut that one off.
Hmm?
He turned it not public. I was a little inebriated. Actually, I didn't say anything bad or anything, but
What did you say?
no, there was one stream I did. I don't think any of you guys know about this. It was pretty late, and I think I was just bored that night. My wife went to bed early or something, and I just stayed up and I played Sim Airport for like, I think about 4 hours.
You streamed?
Yeah, this was about 6 months ago. I had a blast too. I built a freaking sweet airport.
I think that's one of the first streams you did.
No, this wasn't that long ago. It was after we had been streaming a few times.
Because I know the one stream where we failed due to the internet problems.
It was that day. It was that
Didn't
night.
You stream over.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was. No, I think I was actually. Later that night, I actually streamed and built. I do believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, was that? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was green. I was freaking pissed though. That was a bad night. It's just a bad. I was so annoyed at how many issues we had. And yeah, shit happens.
By the way, we've got 10 minutes to go for Michael's midnight.
Woo! Michael's been. Is he gonna join us?
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a bad problem to set up for video, but at least come in for audio.
Michael, has your Mac arrived? If your Mac has arrived, it's so easy.
I'm gonna say no, it didn't.
It should have. It was supposed to be there by 10 a.m. today.
Really? Actually overnight?
Yeah, but it didn't. It didn't make it. But it was supposed to be, including. Yeah, it was about. It was about $200 to ship with insurance, and I want to say the delivery date was 31st. By I think, or maybe by 2 p.m. Something like that. I'm not in UK. No, I'm in the United States of Americas, located in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. One day, that's what I thought. One day shipping across the world. You know, the UK shipping though. You heard me say this the other day. We could ship anything to them so quick. Meanwhile, I can't get anything till next week. Yeah, that's the reason that we are LV Game Dev. Is I am bad at naming things, and so when I name things, I call them what they are. Thus, Sim Airport, Sim Casino, and LV Game Dev, Las Vegas Game Dev. It is simpler than it seems. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna smoke one cigarette, and then we've got 8 minutes for Michael's midnight. We'll probably call it 10 or so minutes after that ish. I don't know. It depends. If anybody's on Steam, what you want me to drink, and you haven't played the game yet, you
can decide. We're pretty cool people. Be right back.
Okay, Google, turn it off.
Back to share stream. Hey, do you really want a port, or do you want just improved hotel features? Because improved hotel features are definitely gonna come. Yeah, the bar does look one-off, but it's just how the stools are placed. Well, it is technically one-off, but it just doesn't fit at all. It just it doesn't fit in this space, but it also doesn't fit if you just take the stools. Like this one is a little less than 2 away from this side. Or if you start off the side of the bar, it's a little bit. It's about 1 off, the middle of it at least. But on this side, you can see it's more like 1.5 off. They should really be spaced out a little bit further. Chris Butler, hello. Big fan of the game. Happy to hear, hope you're having fun. Currently me, Yosha and Chair, my side, to this side. Chair isn't usually not around too much, and Arthur isn't usually around, he will come back in a second. We are the devs of SimCasino. At least part of the team. Usually we've got Michael around, and I think Donna's still around, maybe in chat. But yeah, we've been having... Oh yeah, lovely, there you go. We've been having a lovely evening. We've all had a lovely evening. Going into my new year and going into Michael's new year, so UK time in about 3 minutes.
3 minutes away.
3 minutes away. So
Turned off seven lights.
7 lights?
7 lights my wife left on, down to 2.4 kilowatts.
It is the lights in there. It was the lights. I told you it was.
And I
so
got that delirium.
Chris Butler said hello.
Hello, hello.
Also, the bar is off by some. Let me show you. If you look at this left border, the first stool is about in the middle of the cell. So
7 light switches, not lights. 7 light switches. So some of them are like 100-watt equivalent LEDs. Also, one of them was actually a fan. The fan's probably. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
you're looking on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So the left stool is pretty much exactly the middle of it is 1 away from the left. But the right stool is about 1.5 if you count the middle away from the right side. If you wait, I'm just looking over at Steam. I've got this stream open on Steam.
I'm watching on Twitch, which is quite quick.
It should be updated by now. But you can see it's off a little bit further, right? And overall, if you look at the bar, that means that it just seems off. It's not perfectly symmetrical.
Drag across each of them. It should be 1 cell per chair, roughly.
It is.
I guess in real life it's. Yeah, in real life that's probably about right though. So I was told the scale. Donna figured the scale out with Michael. Something that we should have done like day 1, right? You would expect. We figured it out after 2 years. I'm told it is exactly. It's 1 meter per tile. So about three and a little feet. That's probably about right though. When you sit at a bar, I mean, you're not.
The issue isn't scale in this case. The issue is it doesn't look symmetrical. It hurts. It cannot be built symmetrical. Possible.
We just need more bars. We need circular bar. Like I think the bar looks fine. Most bars aren't symmetrical.
No, but they have. Well, no. But they have.
They're not, because one side you walk in, the bartender has to stand somewhere and get in there.
By the way, 5 seconds till New Year on UK time.
UK time, New Year!
So happy New Year, everyone in UK.
Happy New Year, Michael. Happy New Year to your family. And everyone else in the UK. Happy New Year.
Chris Butler just said it's basically due to the perspective of us looking down at the object. If you just sit at the bar, no one will notice. So people at the bar just don't notice. But since we look up from God view, basically.
Look from straight down. I want to see what it looks like.
I can't really go straight down further.
No, go up. Go so top down view.
That's straight up or straight down.
Straight down. So top down view. Yeah.
Up.
Okay. And then drag with your cell cursor.
I'm gonna use
Like,
something. Okay.
In dev mode, I would use. I just want to see the drag. Doesn't look. Yeah. Okay. Who does this annoy? It's pretty freaking close.
It is close. They just need a little bit moved to the right. All of them.
Is it because somebody wants to be able to make a design where each one? So, like, if they're any further apart, then like I want to see people kissing and making out and stuff and doing.
You don't have to.
And like drunkenly propositioning each other.
Yeah, you don't have to put them further apart. You just move them a little bit to the right. Just so they are symmetrical.
Okay. On the list, right, Donna?
Yeah, it's not really about design. It's just bothering. It is bothering me.
Yes, master. No, I get it. It's an easy fix too. It's something we can show you how to do, Donna, and Michael. We can blame it on Michael because Michael's the one that screwed it up.
No, we don't. Okay, new rule. We don't blame anything on anyone in the new year.
Yeah,
You
they're
have to wait.
honestly,
You
we
have
are a
to wait.
blame-free team.
You
We
have to-
generally are a blame-free team.
Yeah. You have to wait till you're also in the new year. So you can blame Donna, but you cannot blame us.
We won't blame. It doesn't even matter. It could be my fault. It's never gonna bother me.
By the way,
Chris Butler. What
do you want to?
language? Yeah, so that's an easy question. I'll take the softballs. I love the softball. It's written in C#. Yeah, if you ask me one question, I might tell you everything you want to ever know about C#. I actually love C# too. It's not. We had no idea when we first made our first game, Sim Airport. We didn't know C#, and that's the language we wrote it in. And turns out we really quite like it. It is pretty goddamn productive language. There's a few things that are quirky about C# that I don't like. I hate the garbage collector that Unity. Like, I wish we could be on the latest C# stuff.
Yeah, also for the features. Because some
Features. We have most of the ones that matter now at this point.
Yeah, to be fair.
The garbage collector is the thing that freaking sucks.
Yeah, garbage collector is really bad, and the one feature I really love in the new
waiting on you.
9 is the new style of switch statements.
I haven't seen them. We rarely use switch.
Yeah,
it's not that much.
They're
my
functional.
My background, Aloe asks on Twitch, what's my background? So my background is, web app and enterprise app dev. We used to run like massive databases. I've done like DB admin stuff. I've done huge deployments of enterprise software like intranet stuff. Stuff for United Way. We made some pretty cool like location-based GIS type stuff for United Way. A little bit of everything. Mostly that's where my entire career was web and like web appy stuff. Even our app stuff I did was all server-side stuff and just lightweight client. Actually, United Way, that was one app I worked on that I was really proud of. Maybe the second most proud. It was cool. It was like games where the people like using the app, they needed the shit, and it was neat how they needed a very specific search thing. People call in with basically their zip code and like what they need, and these operators need to very rapidly tell them where to find stuff. It was cool. The bureaucracy was terrible though. It was like you couldn't make a change to the UI without 12 signatures, and that's not exactly the way I work. If you guys have ever heard me speak, I don't think I sign anything ever except for the day you get hired, and then the contract basically says anything we say in writing after that is true. I've done some cool stuff, but I hate like web now. I basically defer to Joshua, and even he gets annoyed at some of the web shit.
Yeah. Well, to some extent. By the way, is it 2018? Perfect name, by the way. On Steam, just posted, realizing this is actually live and not just for rebroadcast when they talked about New Year's. Shock.
We are live indeed. Drinking Delirium Red right now. We just drank in the. I am. Water. He almost said it like vodka, but.
Basically empty.
We're ringing in the German New Year. We brought in basically European New Year.
We were
Arthur still has what 12 now. I got 8 more hours to go. At some point, my kids are gonna come in here, be like, "Come on, Daddy, cook something."
Yeah, we basically were here for most Eastern European New Year, for Central European and now Western European. Imagine still living in 2020.
It does. It's 2020. Oof, I can't wait for this year to be over. Funny thing is, I'm gonna get up in my attic after this. I've got my Under Armour on. I'm ready for the fiberglass. I'm gonna jump up there. I've got fiber ready to pull. Got a new cage mounted that my 3-year-old helped me with last night. After her help, I had to put all my sockets back in the case because while I was on the ladder, I didn't realize she pulled every socket out, and she's like, I can't find the square. I was like, what are you talking about? I finished mounting the rack above my closet, and I looked down, and every single socket is spread out. But she is helpful. Dog is having it. Yeah, my dog. Unfortunately, our puppy dog passed away this year. I'm not going to get another dog for at least 5 or 10 years. That's the worst thing about pets. They freaking die. And explaining that to a 3-year-old is very difficult. Yeah, it sucks. As a kid, I would think I was like 8 or 9 when we lost my childhood dog. And it sucked. It is. My buddy always told me the one thing about pets he freaking hates is they die, and I was like, yeah, but you get them for like 10, 12 years. He's right though. He's like, yeah, he's spot on. It does. It sucks. A lot of responsibility, and then yeah, when they die, they die. It's like, geez, can't you get 20 more years? Worked so hard on you. I don't know.
By the way, I can highly recommend taking, if you are in the market for anime, taking a look at your local shelter.
Yeah, we always looked at rescues.
Yeah, we do.
Both of our dogs have been rescues. As a kid, we had a 2. He was 2, and our dog that we had, he was only about a year old when we got him, but he was freaking pretty cool for a little dog. I had big dogs growing up, and excuse me, our last dog is a Maltese Yorkie, a Morkie, some kind of designer breed bullshit. I thought it was stupid, but he was pretty smart, and yeah, it is. It's what sucks about pets. But hey, we're not here to get you down. It's a new year. That was last year. So not gonna, and plus we can't, like, my little kid walks in here and I talk about our dog Percy, and she'll be like, where is he? Is he sick still? So we can't talk about that shit. I'm a big fan of German short-haired pointers, though. Not gonna lie.
You're a fan of what?
German short-haired pointers. They're kind of hyper. They're bird dogs. I'm not a hunter or anything. Standard, like, semi-intelligent American. I don't know,
By the way,
like
WFA
centrist.
asked, are there lights in your casino, your shop? Some. My theater has a couple. My buffet, my cafe, whatever you want to call this whole area now.
Got some weird lights in there. No wonder no one's in there, because they're like turned off by the lights. They're like, that's weird.
But yeah, lights aren't really a big thing currently, because it's just bright everywhere.
Is it too bright, Donna?
Honestly, it's really bright everywhere. I don't know how much we could take a look at that, but really make it actually really, really dark if you don't play the lights.
I worked so hard on the lighting in this game, and I basically fucking failed. Like, I had everything wired up for what's called SH. It's localized spherical harmonic. Google that if you want to, like, see some difficult math and lose 4 months.
And you said
yeah, it's what every game used on PS2. So I was like, yeah, this is the latest, greatest stuff. PlayStation 2.
yes.
The reality is,
yes,
every
yes.
game,
the reality is every game even today basically uses spherical harmonics, or they use Gaussian, like a Gaussian harmonics derivative. It's really similar. Again, the math is super hard. I'm a high school dropout, so you gotta give me a little leniency. We ended up with something where basically you've got a standard ambient throughout everything. We can control it per cell, and then the lights are added on top, and the lights render pretty good unless you have reflections on. If you have reflections on, then you're gonna get walloped. I don't know.
Honestly,
we could probably turn down the ambient, but
honestly,
I don't think it's.
we maybe should have some slider for it.
Yeah, we could. We could just have a slider to let you turn ambient down.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you
I
can't
will
play
say-
like,
I'll say though, like it's weird. I was in a casino yesterday. I look at this every time I'm in a casino. It's weird how their lighting is in real life. It's shitloads of spotlighting. It's really like
it's probably
Oh,
also
shit.
a lot of blue light, right? So to keep.
no, it's actually the other way around. It's warm light. It's to bring warmth in.
Oh, okay.
It's strange. It's very, very dim. Yeah, it is. It's path lighting, basically. It's super weird. It's hard to even describe, and it doesn't translate. Like, I've taken videos of... So I've walked through casinos when we were building the game. Walked through casinos with my camera out and just taking pictures, taking videos, trying to show them, like, what... Yeah, for art purposes and for just, like, feeling purposes. It's almost hard to describe though, because it's all spotlighting. It's like 15-degree angle stuff. There's just a ton of them. And I'm not sure how to reproduce that in a game world in a way that's like really gonna perform well without just like, we have it's too high. I see that. It's not super high.
Well, to be fair, this whole corridor up here has no lights whatsoever. Because you can see everything. It is 4:45 AM, it's completely dark outside. Also, the complete map is really, really bright still.
Yeah. But how bright? So we can darken the outside, but how bright do you want? That's just going to brighten the inside. It's like HDR. I still to this day believe HDR is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because all you're doing is renormalizing what your brightest light is. You're basically saying you can get extra bright, and then you're renormalizing everything to a 0 to 1. I mean, at some point, what's the brightest that it can get? I don't know. HDR is strange to me. That's what you're talking about, though. By darkening the outside, all you're going to do is make the relative brightness of the indoors more. This is where, Donna, like, you should weigh in. How should this be? Because from an art perspective, I have no clue. I can tell you from I'm looking over here. I've got not an OLED. I wish I did. You guys buy more games. If you're on Steam, buy more so I can get an OLED. But I understand the technology, and yeah, it's like, what's the max brightness?
By the way, just for me, I really like stuff dark and where I have to actually think about placing lights, because currently I just don't have to think, I just don't place lights. So I would like it to be really, really dark.
Yeah, well, I agree with, so what Aloe said is right, is in real casinos, what you see is basically what you're seeing here. You see, the only difference is that you're not seeing enough darkness in the corners. Basically, everything is really brightly lit. Anything that they want you to see. And so go down a level, if you would. Or 2.
Probably 2.
Please.
Yeah, I'm already done.
So-
I just have to wait.
So, the issue here is you're not seeing corner shadows. You're not seeing, there's ambient occlusion. I see it like on the bar. You see it on the underneath of like the slot chairs and stuff. But
It's generally too thematic. It's too consistent. That's what spherical harmonics supposed to fix. And I guess I probably just didn't get the implementation quite right. I don't know. It's fucking tough because it's you're trying to feed this data into an algorithm. Spherical harmonics is trying to make a little globe that you're storing 9 data points, and you're using that to figure out where the light is on a sphere. And then you're trying to project that as ambient light instead of, right now what you're seeing is there's 1 color per cell. Spherical harmonics is using 9 float values per cell, or basically 3 colors per cell, to project a spherical ambient light in a certain cell. I basically didn't get it. I was never pleased with the outcome, and so what we ended up with here, what you're seeing is 1 color per cell. I don't know how to do better. If I did, I would fix it. Bit darker. So the theater does darken, so I added this, and I may have made it bugged, but it was pissing me off. I wanted the theater to darken while performance goes on, because we can control the ambient light per cell. And I agree, yeah, maybe ambient indoors is just too high. One question I would have is if you throw manually right now a light over top of every table game, how's the performance? Like, we can make that happen automatically if it's not going to crush performance.
I think I don't even have the space for it.
You should be able to put them right over because it's ceiling mounted.
What is ceiling of these? Ah, these guys.
There is one that's a 1 floor. Yeah, that's an ugly one. Michael liked that one, and I don't know why. That one too. That's like stupid. It shouldn't even be in the game. Michael, like so I have these lights in my garage. This kind. I bought them. They were $16 off of Amazon. I put them in my garage, and they work great, but they're ugly. My wife told me so.
Added lights don't really see any difference. But I can't really see my FPS either correctly.
It doesn't feel. I mean, you could see it's over bright, for sure.
Yeah. So currently, ambient is way too bright, but also lights are way too bright, really.
No, if anything, ambient's too bright and lights should maybe come with them. Okay, Donna. Figure this shit out. That's why we're indie team. In all honesty though, yeah, like let's you sit down with me or Josh or Michael one day and we can mess with different ambience. We can show you where, and really, like, I know you don't write code, but we'll show Donna where to change the default value in code.
Why not
she
just
can click?
Why not just put a slider on?
Make it a slider.
Yeah, just put a slider on the.
Okay. Well, so we have a volunteer attribute. Perfect. Cheers to that. Oh, wrong direction. This way. Boy, there's some latency now.
But yeah, there's always latency. But I'm not gonna take anything. I've got no lot of water left.
Yeah, put it down though. That is a thing that could be tested on. Yeah, truly, it just is going to require Donna and him to go back and forth and test it in an environment where she can see it. Like, I don't know. To me, it looks okay. It's over bright, clearly, but it requires code change too. So, yeah.
I just wanted to say that Chris Butler said split test between a bunch of different scenarios and then poll the community even. And I hate that. Why poll the community if you could just make it an option?
Or, yeah, so you have to understand, polling the community requires a lot of time. We do run, if you've been with us in Sim Airport, we run a lot of, in my opinion, a lot. I think in Sim Airport, over the course of 3 years, I think we ran 5 surveys. And their usefulness decreased over time because response rate decreased over time. I will say SimCasino's usefulness, it would drop probably quicker over time. The exposure that a game is getting now is not quite as good as it was, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's also it's young, and I mean, it's so early in the game's life. We're in the year 2020 still here in the US. That is something we do, though. We poll users a lot, maybe more than we should even. That's part of what Edge Branch is, though, too, is just letting people test and give us direct feedback. We're huge on like, that's why we do these streams, is we're here to listen. Like, literally, we've put it on a list now. It will get looked at. How quick? I can't tell you, but I'd like to tell you tomorrow. But realistically, I probably won't be in bed until 2 a.m. I'm going to make a fire. Going to pull some fiber optic cable.
It's already nearly 2 a.m. here.
And, yeah, I'm already putting my feet up.
By the way, I've got a bug report for us. I guess if Donna is the second to add it. Subsector A-star does not include... Subsector A-star does not include the cell extra cost, which means agents will walk through zones they shouldn't walk through.
Just write it down exactly as he said it, and we'll know exactly what he means.
Just write A-star subsector doesn't include extra cost.
Hey, for anybody watching on Steam right now, my name is Arthur. I'm sitting next to Joshua. And we're the developers. We are live in real time. It's 4:24 p.m. here on the West Coast in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are playing SimCasino and drinking Delirium Red, which is one of my favorites now. And what we need to know from you is I'm not a big fan of wireless headphones, honestly. Is what headphones should our artist Donna get?
I really like mine.
What do you have?
I think the G935. Let me check.
I think I'm wearing Bose shit too. Yeah, I don't know what exact. They're Bose.
No, I've got the Logitech 933, G933. But the new version is the 935. It's basically the same headset, but slightly different. It's just updated and a little bit newer.
Is it wired?
I've currently got the wire, but it's just charging and it's probably full, so I can just do this and now I'm wireless.
And let's see how much latency he has now.
None. Nothing changed.
Yep, I see a little bit.
This cable, yeah, then it's just placebo. This cable just does charging.
It's not placebo.
Connected. This cable just does charging. It's not connected. It's only connected to a port.
Can we get a vote? Now this is something we should vote on. Chris, are you going to start the poll? Because there has to be latency. It's just the way physics are.
Well, yes, there is latency, but there was the same latency with this cable attached and without.
This is the same guy who we screwed up a stream one day, and I told him, I'm like, walk down the hallway. You have Ethernet cable, right? And he's like, yeah. Like, so
take a walk to the place where you need to plug it in and make it work.
And what Arthur doesn't understand is that the place where it comes in is 2 wires. It isn't even Ethernet.
And I was like, so what? Your Ethernet's coming into your apartment, so walk down there, drill a hole in the wall. Whatever you gotta do. Like, at some point, just...
Yes, it's other people's property, or who cares?
That does not bother me. If other people are supposed to be providing you internet, they fail, then you have every right, at least in the United States of America's, to fix the problem. And then you can even send them a bill, whether they pay it or not. Unlikely, but that's how my mind works. I don't know. I solve problems. Meanwhile, he did solve the problem, so I can't bitch too much. But
yeah, no. I really like this microphone. This headset. I'm also still using this microphone. A new microphone is on the way, actually a good one, but I mean this is good enough for stream current.
Sounds good. I'm still getting used to I bought this arm it was $20 off Amazon after our last stream. Got here the next day. Yeah.
I can move around now.
You can?
Yeah, I've got a wireless microphone, a wireless headset. You see this?
I hear the latency too.
You see this? It's a microphone arm.
You
know what's great?
That's the same one I got.
Probably, yeah. I've got the arm, but I don't have the microphone yet. That's
the one thing I love about I got the Rode into USB. It's got the adapter on it for input and output. Actually, I think it was a great buy. And the arm for $20. Apparently I keep bonking my mic. I need to it's got some kind of flimsy rubber band thing on it or something I can put on. I don't know. I keep meaning to, during one of these streams, I've got a stand-up desk to raise my desk up, and then I can really get left and right, move around, but then I'm gonna need the whole screen.
Well, to be fair, your camera moves with you.
No, well, it will. If anything, I gotta make sure that everything is plugged in decently. I think it is. Yeah, but then I get too tall. This stream has been going on for
3 hours,
approximately
3 hours,
28 minutes, 45 seconds.
Which should be listed on Twitch, by the way. Twitch, I think, has an online monitor or an online counter now underneath the stream, but it's probably only on desktop. Your PC does not have Bluetooth, and I guess that was regarding Donna. To be fair, my PC doesn't have Bluetooth either. If I do want to do anything with Bluetooth, I have to plug in a Bluetooth wireless dongle. But honestly, don't get a Bluetooth headset.
Well, that's... Yeah, or just don't buy a PC. Unless you want to play SimCasino. Or SimCasino. Actually, I hate Bluetooth no matter what. I just don't like any wireless headset.
I love wireless. Fine.
I had one, there was slight latency in it. It drove me nuts.
Oh, it's got my wireless mouse, which is interesting, which has basically no latency.
I'm using the crappiest. I cannot believe it.
At least it's a Logitech.
Yeah, well, I used to use MX Master 2.
I've got one.
Whatever.
I've also got the Logitech, but it's.
I've got like 15. I used to buy one every 6 months because I would get crud in the from smoking. I'd get crud in the mouse thing, and yeah, they just don't work that well on Mac anymore. That is the one thing that I will yield to you. Meanwhile, Michael just bought a Mac, and I think I was the most proud father in the whole world.
By the way, Donna just wrote, I wasn't a big fan of wireless either. Every time someone used the microwave in the house, we disconnect and reconnect.
Exactly.
It's so great. The headset I have is actually resistant to that to some extent. It doesn't.
Not unless you have
connection.
different microwaves.
No, I think it should be the same. It should both be around 2.4 gigahertz.
Yeah.
But the point is, this headset actually survives it. It doesn't disconnect really, but you can hear the crackling, like it's like as if you have radiation and a radiation detector.
Is it, and what, it gets stuck at like 3.2?
I mean 3.6.
3.6. So you just get stuck.
Yeah, totally. But yeah,
Totally.
it works fine.
I say, where's your roommate at? Is he making food or what? In the microwave?
Nah, you will hear that.
Of course he would. Excuse me?
Iceman just asked. And my roommate just said, I heard Arthur mention me.
Yes, could you cook some pizza rolls?
Why would you do pizza rolls in the fucking microwave?
So, I think I've missed a lot over here. YouTube. Can you do concerts? Iceman 2056. We're gonna get that kind of shit going. Once you pick this,
In general, bigger special event, which we can
go with the camera.
hire, I
The
guess.
rows in the bucket here, empty while the people are sitting there. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is kind of a bug. Right now, when
The visual bug with people.
yeah, and really even objects through windows.
Checks through windows, what? They are fine.
So like, not if they're 2 floors under. You follow?
I don't really have a point where I can test that.
Yeah, so right now we disable rendering on anything underneath the floor.
So with people I've seen that.
We can fix it with people too if we could detect if they're within like a window shot or a overhang. Guess. I think. I don't know. I'm not thinking super clearly, but that is doable.
Check if subsector has but you need sector based. Check if sector has overhang. And then set some property is overhang. And if the renderer has the position is under an overhang, still render the person.
I think it's simpler even. But yeah, what you said isn't wrong either. It may be more than.
I think that's
It's not-
most performant at least because you can save that property or you can calculate that property data when you build the sectors. So you
Meaning
can,
in the thread.
yes,
Yeah.
thread that, which is
Yeah.
would probably be the most performant.
As how strats have it automatically dim the lights. I understand. I don't. Strats have it automatic. I don't know. I will need translation. Microwave does not equal cooking. Oh, Aloe. Yeah, I did beat you. I thought you beat me. Who's watching on Steam? And if you're watching on Steam and you've not bought the game, why is that? Why?
Also, if you're watching right now, have you left a review? If the answer is no, why is that? Also, are the Vikings gonna win? I hope not.
Oh, by the way, why the fuck did the NFL move the last damn game that was on at 7 p.m. our time of the Packers? They just moved it to 10:25 p.m. So we cannot watch it together.
I know.
Why?
I saw they flexed. Yeah, that's.
I hate it.
It is stupid.
By the way, how are the translations coming along? Honestly, take a look at the localizer. I've updated them a few days ago. German lost 100% because we added new keys. So generally, if you have some time and know 2 languages, definitely go on to localizer and help us out with the languages. Even if German is at 100% suggested, it's still missing reviewing and verifying. So there's two parts to it. I usually export everything that is suggested, if a human suggested it. So I leave out Google Translation, that they are too bad. But if you it takes some time to verify all the translations. Basically, you have to have 3 people vote on some translation to it, so 3 points, and then it's actually checked as translated in green. So yeah, even if it seems like the translation is basically done, there's still some review process you can help with. That would be really good to help with. Yeah, and DVB just said he did a lot of Dutch already. Always, as always, a big thanks to everyone translating.
Yeah, huge. If you do a shitload of, like, I don't know, is there some way we can do, Donna, maybe you can figure this out. Like giveaways or, I don't know.
Well, if you get merch,
do something for, if we get what? Yeah, we could send merchandise out. Even on Twitch. So Donna was talking, I guess she streams, hopefully SimCasino. But could we do giveaway? I don't know. Kind of.
Sure, why not?
Maybe you could be our marketing director too. Also, by the way, not a big fan of the Patriots, and tell me they didn't manipulate the inflation level of the footballs. I know they did. Badge on Twitch, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Actually, I asked our Steam rep about doing custom badges on the forum there. Excuse me, starting to look into it. I don't know if they're, not sure that they're a huge fan of it, but honestly, I'd rather do some kind of, I don't know, something we do. I'll see, what is it, 440?
Yeah, we've been going on for more than 3.5 hours.
The only bummer is I can't see any data. Steam is so freaking delayed today. So what we typically kind of watch is we watch the sales during streams, and
randomness
they
extreme
go up.
just said me, I'm watching on stream. Steve, hello.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I think your Google is going on again.
My Google did go on again. Did you hear her when I walked out last time for my cigarette?
Yeah.
I got up and I'm like, oh my God, she's playing cricket music or something. And that's why, yeah, I told her to shut up. All right, let's call it.
Yeah, long stream tonight.
I can't see stats. It was a long stream, but honestly, I had a good time. I want to cut down 4 more trees, and I would like to hopefully light them on fire. I bought every fire starter, so
one of them's gonna work. My wife said I have to do that before I get too intoxicated, and then I'm gonna get in the attic where things are much safer.
That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe fly around.
You're gonna hit.
Last
time I messaged you, you're like, hang on, I'm on short final. I'm like, why are you texting me back on short final? Because my thought is, I know that now, but my thought is you're on actual, like I've texted, some of my buddies are actually on short final when they text me back, and I'm like, you're on short final? My buddies have never texted me back, said short final. I've heard people text me back, be like, I'm on final, or I'm on initial. I'll hit you back on the ground. You sent that back.
Yeah.
I was like, you're on short final? Like, shut the fuck up and land the plane.
To be fair, I'm flying, so for everyone not knowing, I'm not a pilot in real life. I just fly the A320neo in FS 2020.
And I like flying in real life, but I haven't flown in now.
I don't even actually know
4 years.
what is the exact terminology for short final? At what point are you at short final?
If you turn base early, or you're
That's short final.
under like 2 mile.
Because to be fair, I was way closer than short final.
You were not on short final because as soon as you messaged back finally, and you said you had landed, it must have been.
I was at the point I wrote you. I heard the
you were
GPWS
barely
out.
you were on initial approach.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah. You were 4 minutes off the runway. You were.
Yeah, that wasn't initial approach. Initial approach was half
I
an
don't
hour
have my
earlier.
license. I've got 60 hours, something like that. I should have my license. I just haven't flown in forever, and so I've soloed before. I never finished. I ended up moving every time. Yeah, but you could take the test here by 40 hours, and I haven't flown in so long and that I wouldn't even feel comfortable. I'm sure I could put a plane down in a sim, but I wouldn't go up by myself in real life. I would love to. No, not by myself. I would not love to, but yeah. Part of my problem is I love flying Cirrus. I freaking love flying Cirrus aircraft. And those are too much. They're a little bit tough to get ahead of.
By the way, you should really get your Windows machine running and get FS
It's
installed.
running. Sitting right there.
Yeah, get FS installed. Maybe we do a flying stream.
Ooh. I'd do a flying stream.
Probably not too.
Although, I gotta get sticks. All I have is yoke, and
Man, all I've got is this.
I've gotta set up for.
And to be fair, this is actually rather realistic because you fly in Airbus with just this stick.
Yeah, but I've got a full. I have instruments and everything. I would want to buy. I'd want to buy a stick.
But yeah, if you're up to it, let's do a flying stream.
Yeah, let me know. I'm down. I'm gonna want to fly a Cessna or Cirrus.
Oh yeah, that's somewhat of an ad, but you can get it free if you have the Game Pass. And Game Pass is like $1.
I did buy it. I bought the game, but yeah, I have not actually used it. Xbox game controlling not an option for me. I would have no prayer in it.
Don't even try.
I'm a nerd. I fly because I enjoy flying. I bought for a long time I paid for the air traffic control thing and would fly around the western US with air traffic and
You mean Pilot's Edge?
yeah, Pilot Edge. Fantastic, by the way. Really cool service. Great business. Hopefully they do well.
By the way, you don't really need a setup like yours. Just a simple stick does the job. You can fly with it. but I would never recommend using the Xbox controller or some other controller.
You have to understand. Like I fly. I like to fly airplanes.
Yeah, I like to fly airliners, which is basically more like programming, because you basically program the FMGC take off autopilot.
Yeah. Yeah, to some degree. Even then, I like to manual fly it. Like I can program a G1000 no problem, but I like to fly a Cirrus. Like I'm not gonna. I mean, the hardest part about flying a Cirrus is putting it down and staying ahead of the aircraft. It's really easy for that aircraft to get ahead of you. That's why, similar to the Bonanza, it's a doctor killer. That's why I'd never buy an airplane. My wife has already ruled. She's like, nope, no airplanes. All right, my girl will fly one.
The Airbus is really, really interesting. It takes up so much for you. For example, you can basically not stall it. It just goes to alpha floor and goes full speed.
That's how all. That's why airliner. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. You really
from...
have to. Have you ever flown a real airplane?
No.
Okay, so you almost have to understand like what forces are being imparted on you, because you feel it, and it's not you feel it in the stick. You do feel it in the stick, but in a Cirrus at least, kinda. But in a Cessna, you feel it in the yoke, and either way, you feel it in the rest of your body, like you're getting pulled all around.
Yeah, just like driving a car. You also feel stuff.
No, this is but in 3 dimensions, and
Well, yes, I'm just saying the concept is like driving a car in real life versus driving like a truck in Truck Sim.
the difference though is you'll catch a tailwind, for instance, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and you'll lose lift, and you'll damn near stall, even if your ground speed is like 170. You'll be stalling. You'll need to nose down and pick up lift. It's a different. I love flying. My second date with my wife, my now wife, was I picked her up from work, and I took her to Flying Cloud Airport in Minneapolis, southwest side of Minneapolis. And I told her, we're going to go flying today. She's like, huh? And I took her up in this airplane. I think that might have been where she fell in love with me. Like, it was amazing. I had an instructor in the second seat, and at that point, I was pretty good. We did, I think, 12 landings. It was all night flight. And at untowered, we landed, I think, 3 different untowered airports in that area in Minnesota. Uncontrolled. Yeah, I love flying. I do. Like, literally, that's one of the first things I did with my wife. That's how big of a geek I am. So if you're on Steam right now, and you're not buying Sim Airport, and you've never played SimCasino, buy both.
Arthur wants a plane.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to buy an airplane.
No, you said it. You can make it happen.
Nope. I don't want Dr. Killer. I love flying, but yeah. It's been 3.5 years since I flew last. And
so yes,
damn.
If you buy it right now, you get IRL streams with Arthur finishing his license.
Hell yeah! There you go. You buy 20 copies today. I'll stream from the cockpit.
Yeah, we'll strap a GoPro on your head and let's go. I will comment it even.
I'd probably get a divorce then. I'd probably be.
Well, did she say bye? I think she didn't say anything about finishing your flight lessons.
She said, yeah. She didn't. You're right. I'm just not allowed to have an airplane.
Yeah,
or a time.
why not finish?
I'm not even allowed to have a timeshare in an airplane.
Well, yeah, why not finish it and maybe get a rental from time to time? Didn't say anything against that.
And we've had a few pilots on the Sim Airport forum that have said, I would love to, anybody that's a pilot out there, if you're around Vegas, North Las Vegas, Pahrump airports, within 250 miles, you just let me know. All right, guys, let's call it. Happy New Year. I'm going to go inside and actually get drunk.
Do your stuff first and then get drunk. Don't do stuff drunk.
Well, no, I'm going to climb around the attic for a few hours and all that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for 2021. Am I right?
Donna is 4 to 5-ish hour drive away. I'm like 50-hour drive away. Or even longer.
Eh? It is. Hopefully, it's been an all right year for all you guys. Been an interesting one for us. I am looking forward to turning the corner. Not a better year, but we're not bitching either. So if you haven't bought the game, buy it right now. Right now. Thank you, Etlum, Aloe, as always. Donna, we love you. Let's see, DVB, you're born way too young, but we still like you. Let's see, scroll through here. It's most of our pretty small group. Chris Butler, I think I like you. Anyway, if you haven't bought the game yet, buy it now. 20% off. We are live, and yeah, I'm gonna go chill with my kids. And I wish everybody a happy new year. Really do appreciate all you guys. Like, truly, I work a dream job, and my kids are probably gonna grow up thinking that you can just play games all the time or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll do our best to keep kicking ass and taking names.
Also stream again probably in the new year.
Yeah. Hell, tomorrow if I wake up. All right, guys. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Older than 1988. And we really appreciate everybody. Sincerely. Pick the game up if you haven't. Support Jerry Martin too. He is really a class fucking act. Like, you just tell him to make good music and he makes it. And I sent him an email the other day. The entire team is just like that. Like, we've built a great team. Even our lawyer, I sent him an email last night. Wouldn't be here without him. Yeah, years ago he has been instrumental. Like, we have trademark, we have all this stuff. Truly, our team is fantastic. So, cheers.
By the way, Randomness Extreme just said, I found some money and just got the game. So, yay.
Hell yeah! I will drink the rest of this to you right now.
Anyways, I'm gonna say also some really great wishes for the new year. As always, if you have not seen the whole stream, we've been going on for nearly 4 hours now. You can always watch the whole VOD on YouTube. It may take some time to come online, but it's always around at some point, or you just write us on the Discord and we share the link. As always, you guys have a great evening. Thanks for coming by, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I should really get this graphic up which says, oh, so many people are subscribed and so many are not subscribed, but I know you are not subscribed. You need to subscribe right now, and then you get notifications for the next stream. At which point we hope to see you too.
We'll do it. Name of the game, done. Done. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye bye.